bring you more on that today on the show. GPRTU is to convene a meeting with members to discuss this fuel price issue and how we are going to deal with all those issues. All that is coming up here on the Super Morning Show today. And we'll also be taking you deeper into the weather issues. It rained on Sunday morning. A lot of places around the country were flooded. We had flash floods around. Are we ready for the rainy season? Are you ready for the rainy season? What can we do to prevent flooding and also to prevent a lot of the losses we see? That is coming up. And the president also spoke about Galamsey. He commended Joy News for the work we did on tax for Galamsey. I still would ask the same question. Where do we go from here? He's commended us. He says they are going to do all the work they need to do in fighting Galamsey. This morning, South Africa is dispatching 2,000 soldiers and policemen to crime areas and to areas where illegal mining is happening. How do we reinvigorate this fight to get the right solutions? 055-111-1997. There's a lot more coming. News coming up, sports coming, business as well. Your messages and lovely conversations on the Super Morning Show. Welcome. My name is Kojo Akoto Boateng. Glad to have you tuned in. And you can send us your messages via 055-111-1997. Mamiesi Nyamiche Thompson is here. Yes, she's here with the news at 6. A lot of updates coming up, and the show continues after the news at 6. Welcome.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM, hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we on Love 99.5 and in all 16 regions of Ghana via various affiliates. Also live on myjoyonline.com, X Spaces, YouTube and on Facebook. Coming up, civil society organizations insist MCEs culpable in taxing illegal mining equipment must be punished, piling pressure on the president to take action.
I would be expecting that whoever it is that brought that policy in and all the MCs that have been doing this have been committing crime.
And then what we are saying is that we're going to train them because they didn't know.
But the presidency says sanctioning them won't make sense.
The fundamental question you need to ask yourself, how can governments collect money and turn around to punish those who collected the money for it? It will not make sense.
Also coming up this morning, government says it is prioritizing youth development through the expansion of TVET and apprenticeship opportunities.
That is why our policy direction is clear. We must equip our youth not just to seek jobs, but to be value creators.
However, why a CEO says key agencies meant to drive job creation isn't getting the needed funds.
If you get 0 Ghana cedis from the common fund, you would only have to rely on the communication service tax, which obviously is quite inadequate.
In business,
price of airline tickets for local and international flights to go up from today as carriers implement government infrastructure levy.
These and more with me, Mamiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Do stay for details. This morning, civil society organizations are demanding metropolitan and municipal chief executives accused of illegally taxing equipment used in Galamsey operations must be punished. The CSOs insist the alleged misconduct not only fuels environmental destruction but also undermines the rule of law, warning that failure to punish those culpable could erode public trust and weaken government's anti-illegal mining stance. Kenneth Ashigbe is convener of the Ghana Coalition Against Illegal Mining.
No, you see, interestingly, crime has no time limitation. I would be expecting that whoever it is that brought that policy in and all the MCs that have been doing this have been committing crime. In fact, also that they said, it is said, again, I'm not a lawyer, but I thought the law says ignorance of the law is no excuse. So I really struggle to see how the excuse would be that these people did not know. And it's because they were not getting internally generated funds. All we think we're going to do is to call these people and train them.
Well, Awula Sewa of eco-conscious citizens says she's disappointed no action has been taken against those involved.
I mean, I am astonished that what we are saying is that the MCEs that we have appointed, they did not know. They did not know that what they were doing was complicity in and encouraging illegal mining. And then what we are saying is that we're going to train them because they didn't know. I'm saying that if you've come to reset, then you know that there are things that are wrong which should be put right. So you cannot be condoning something because it happened before you came there. I think this is as much as I can say. I'm highly disappointed.
Government spokesperson Felix Kwachifosu, however, says it is not about targeting individuals, but ensuring the practice ends, warning that future violations will be punished.
That tax is not specific to Galamsey. It is a tax on heavy equipment for mining. So those who do legitimate mining also pay that tax. So everybody who has heavy equipment operating in that jurisdiction pays that tax. The president says, okay, this thing has come to attention. Now, henceforth, do not collect this tax and bring it to central government. Because the fundamental question you need to ask yourself, how can governments collect monies and turn around to punish those who collected the money for it? It will not make sense. So what you do is to stop the practice, issue clear guidelines, which if are breached, you then take action on. That is all that we have said.
Well, President John Mahama says government is prioritizing youth development through 3 key areas: expanding TVET and apprenticeship programs to build practical skills, strengthening digital competence, and promoting values and discipline for integrity. He spoke at the Head of State Awards at the University of Professional Studies.
Distinguished guests, the global economy is evolving quickly. Degrees alone are no longer sufficient. Skills, adaptability, and innovation now determine success. And that is why our policy direction is clear. We must equip our youth not just to seek jobs, but to be value creators. We're therefore focusing on 3 pillars: skills for productivity through an aggressive expansion of TVET and apprenticeship pathways, digital capabilities to position Ghanaian youth in the global knowledge economy, values and discipline to ensure integrity, leadership, and responsibility. Ghana's youthful population is often seen as a challenge, but indeed is our greatest asset.
Meanwhile, government's ambitious promise of jobs for the youth faces uncertainty as key agencies meant to drive job creation have been left out of crucial funding formula for 2025. With government promising jobs and training for thousands of young people, YEA CEO Malik Basintali revealed the Youth Employment Agency received no support from the Common Fund in 2025.
We were supposed to get an allocation of 10% and the NYA getting an allocation of 5%. A formula was passed in Parliament without the consideration of youth agencies like the YEA and the NYA. Last year, the YEA got 0 from the DSCF. So how we have been able to create 86,000 jobs is, like I said, through strategic partnerships and miraculous ways.
The minority in Parliament has petitioned the Office of the Special Prosecutor, Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice and the Police CID to investigate an alleged 11 million cedi contract awarded to Standobe for renovating the old Diamond House, while Sami Jenfi has denied claims of sole sourcing, stating it was a restrictive tender. The minority, led by Odotobri MP Anthony Mie, is demanding a full probe into the circumstances surrounding the deal.
We presented petitions to these 3 agencies or organizations to conduct an immediate investigation into the contract that has been awarded to Standobe by Gold Board. We are of the view that there were several irregularities. The laws governing the awarding of contracts was not followed, and it is even likely that this contract would cause financial loss to the government. And so our petition simply says that this entire contract should be investigated.
The majority in Parliament has justified government's decision to award a number of sole sourcing contracts under its Big Push infrastructure program, insisting that the processes were transparent and no law was breached. Listen to Vice Chair of the Roads and Transport Committee, Andrew Dari Chi-Wote.
Most of the sole sourcing done then, there were no clarity. Unlike our time, publications have been done. Website, we have directed you could go there and access the information. When Mr. Suleiman and Co. demanded for all the details, every detail was provided to him. It wasn't like that during the past government. That is the difference between us and the MP.
Meanwhile, the director for Media Foundation for West Africa and Fourth Estate, Suleiman Abrahama, insists the president should investigate the contracts.
I think the president has been very consistent on the issue of abuse of sole sourcing. Here is evidence we have provided on a major initiative under which billions are being spent. I do expect that the president will be concerned and, do the appropriate thing.
For more than 30 years, Kojo Akoto, a traditional chief priest, has performed rituals at a shrine in Labadi, believing the land and the gods he serves would be protected. Today, the sea is moving closer, threatening to wash away the shrine he has guarded for decades. Emmanuel Jivenu has more in Joy News' latest series, When the Sea Comes Home, chronicling the impact of sea erosion in Accra.
Every morning, traditional priest Kojo Akoto pours libation here, calling on his gods to protect the land he has guarded for more than 30 years. But the land he is praying for is slowly disappearing. The sea that once stayed far from his shrine now moves closer and threatening to wash away the very place he believes is sacred.
The first time the sea was far from us, it's not this near like the way it is now. So now we are seeing that the sea is coming. More than a year now.
For Kojo Akoto, the sea is something he speaks to. He believes it listens, and he believes it can be persuaded to stay away. That is why he continues the rituals, even as part of the shrine begins to collapse.
As we, the traditional people or the spiritual people, we need a ceremony to perform for the sea. If we pass this corner right now, nearly remove everything. You understand? The work of the government now, they only have to help us with those stones, big stone, to let the sea go back.
And that report by Emmanuel Jivenu bringing us to the end of this morning's bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. Up next is business on the Super Morning Show.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind self be the 3-in-1 action. No, Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
When I say ABSA, you say yes. ABSA Bakiti, we go say yes this 2026 till your jobs start dropping down. Yes, you listening to me right now. I know you get dreams. A work is here. And they work it well. Like me, I want to buy that Porsche car I've been dreaming of. I move into my dream house. No landlord will say me. Join the ABSA family and let's help you say yes to your dreams with tailored banking solutions from loans, mortgages, credit cards to digital banking and more. Make 2026 the year of yes with ABSA. Your story matters.
You need a trusty friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. You need a trusty friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. Insurance, your trustworthy friend. Insurance, your trustworthy friend.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
basic bank, not just another bank.
Brush, 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 that's a bit. Brush, that's a bit.
Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brush your teeth right. Brush your teeth. Brush with mom and dad. Underneath and in between. Brush the germs away.
Brushing gets more fun with your kids with the new Pepsodent Kids toothpaste. Give your smiles protection that lasts. Grab yours today from a store near you. This advert is FDA approved.
Cast your mind back to 2022. The prices were rising. The stress was high. Every liter of fuel felt like a sacrifice. Do you remember who stepped forward first? When others were comfortable with high prices, Star Oil chose you. We cut our own profits so you could keep your AC on, keep your engines running, and keep your life moving without the heavy burden. We gave you room to breathe when things felt tight. Because of you, our star savers, we became number one. Today, the pumps are a battleground. Others are finally cutting prices because they have to. But Star Oil, we do it because we want to. Don't just chase a price, remember a friendship. We were there for you then, and with new innovations coming your way, we are here for you now. Star Oil, still quality and affordable fuels for all.
When the bills are mega.
When the plans are mega.
When the pressure is mega.
When the need is mega.
Then you need a mega answer. That answer is Societe Generale Ghana's Mega Loan. Societe Generale Ghana's Mega Loans promo is available to new and existing salaried workers, existing loan subscribers, including top-up customers and pensioners. Get support for personal needs, family priorities, school fees, home improvement, business support, and more. Enjoy big loans, low rates with a quick and straightforward process designed to help you move without delay. Visit any Societe Generale Ghana branch today or call 030-2214-314. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
It's 6:16. You are listening to the Super Morning Show. My name is Kojo Akoto Boateng.
My name is James Ishen. In fact, let me repeat. My name is James Ishen.
Uncle Ebo. Uncle Ebo Jr. Uncle James, how are you?
I'm good, yourself?
I'm great. Good to see you all the time.
Good to see you.
And you're wearing a white shirt today. Sabote is also wearing a white shirt.
A day of increment, but then...
You people have forgotten that today is Fugu Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Or we've crossed from March into April, so we've forgotten that.
No, we're still celebrating Wednesday.
Charlie, within a week, fuel prices have increased by about 2 cedis per liter.
Yeah.
I remember that 3 days ago, diesel was advertised at around 15 cedis. Yeah. Super was advertised around 12 cedis, right? Now, diesel
almost
for
17.
all the leading OMCs, not almost 17. It's above 17. For some, it's almost 18.
Oh.
Right? I'm looking at Gold right now and Star Oil, and for the purposes of this conversation, I want to stay with the two. Goil Diesel XP is 17.10.
Yeah.
Super XP is 13.30. Star Oil Diesel is 17.97. Super is 13.49. So if you look at it critically, Super is selling on average at 13.5, and diesel is almost at 18 cedis. But 3, 4, 5, 6 days ago, it was around 15 cedis. So the average fuel purchaser, in fact, the average Ghanaian is paying almost 3 cedis more for diesel, and almost 1 cedi 50 pesos to 2 cedis more for petrol.
Probably
within a week.
Probably government should consider taking off the levy. Maybe that could be one of the ways to have the the prices go down a bit. Crude oil is still
we should take
above
off
the
levy.
$100 mark. Current today is 104.
Yeah.
And yesterday was around 108, 118, thereabout. So I just think maybe the levy, we should reconsider or look at taking off the levy. Maybe that would help.
You see, the same principle we use to set up buffer stock for food
should use the same
should be the same principle we should have used to approach our fuel strategic stocks. And I always ask this: should there be a global event that prevents us from getting enough crude oil and fuel into this country for 6 months? Will we survive it? And if, say, we had strategic stocks to last, say, 6 months, could we have just said that now let's dig into our strategic stocks and wait out the war, so that maybe we bought the strategic stocks at, say, 10 cedis per liter. We could then maintain our prices or just increases slightly, so that our budgets are not disrupted. Because right now, my business budget is totally disrupted. Your personal budget, your business budget is totally disrupted because you depend on petroleum products to move logistics, power, and all those things. So the president says they are going to do something about it. We will dig deeper into this particular story today and see how we can supply fuel to Ghanaians and not break their wallets in this particular season. How the state can ensure that we are okay in this particular season. And also, we'll be talking to the Ghana Meteo Service to see how the rainy season will be and how we should plan. Plus, we go to Parliament as well. You remember the thing that happened at the Public Accounts Committee? The official who was involved allegedly in misappropriating state funds. Some of the MPs are saying he should be prosecuted. We'll bring you more details on all that here on the Super Morning Show. Plus, we look at some Galamsey issues. Who are you giving the trumpet to?
Well, PRC today, I mean, some days back they announced some reduction in utility tariffs, and it takes off today. So let's just give it to them. I mean, there are a lot of concerns though, but I mean, reducing, because we are already having airlines going, tickets going up, we are seeing fuel prices going up, and if there's a bit of relief for Ghanaians, at least your water and your electricity is going down by some percentage points.
If you play in the IT space, you also realize that RAM and chips and related things, prices have gone up over 200% within this year alone. So there's a lot going up. Now, let me remind you that the 6 a.m. news is brought to you by Total Energies. Total will go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, your story matters, and Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. So we are giving the trumpet to PRC, and the trumpet is brought to you by ECG. Don't steal electricity. If you know somebody stealing electricity, report that person to the nearest police station or call the ECG customer service lines. And the Joy Business Report is brought to you by Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank, in Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature. So PRC gets the trumpet for today.
Trumpet! Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up in this morning's bulletin, more oil marketing companies set to increase fuel prices at the pumps, with petrol expected to reach more than 15 cedis per litre and diesel close to 17 cedis. And prices of airline ticket for local and international flight to go up from today as the carriers implement government infrastructure levy. Also, reduction in utility tariffs takes off from today, with electricity set to go down by almost 5% and water by 3.08 percentage points. Stay tuned. My name is James Eshen. Let's settle for the details now. More oil marketing companies are expected to start increasing fuel prices at the pumps from today. Based on the industry data, petrol could be going up to hit more than 15 cedis per litre and diesel close to 17 Ghana cedis. The development has been influenced by rising prices of crude oil on the international market. Two of the industry giants, Gore and Star Oil, went up yesterday, and there are strong indications they could increase their prices again during this window. Meanwhile, the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies have indicated that these hikes are inevitable to ensure that most of their members do not collapse. Dr. Riverson Upon is the chief executive of the chamber, and he's asking for some government intervention.
With the current pricing that we have, it could be worse than this. And I'll be honest with you. And probably it's where the government needs to come in. Namibia has put a 50% discount on all government taxes and levies on fuel prices. This could be something that the country, Ghana, can look at. That Tanzania, Zambia are also in talks with the government to reduce tax to make sure that the impact is not felt. These are the discussions that we need to have. If I tell you that most OMCs have written out or written off their margin at the pumps, you'll be shocked. All because of the price war we see in the market. I don't believe that any OMCs are priced. We are in a way even down pricing.
Do you think that government should not be dragging its feet and they should move quickly to offer some relief to the OMCs?
Yes, why not?
Dr. Riverson Upon is the chief executive of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies. Now, prices of airline tickets for local and international flights are expected to go up from this morning. This is due to the fact that the airlines are going ahead to implement government airport infrastructure charge. There is more in this report.
The implementation of this follows the passage of the Airport Infrastructure Development Levy by Parliament earlier this year. This will ensure that local airlines increase fares by 100 cedis for just flights in Ghana. For passengers on the regional routes, they will pay about $35 for a one-way flight and $70 for return trips. However, for international flights, an additional charge of $50 will be added for a one-way trip, whilst return tickets will have a charge of $100. According to the government, the charge has been critical to help deal with the infrastructure deficit in the aviation sector. Government is hoping to use these monies raised from the levy to finance the construction of a concourse between Terminal 2 and 3 at the Accra International Airport, build a 2,000 capacity car park at Terminal 3, and embark on rehabilitation works of the country's regional airports. However, some industry players have warned that this, together with other taxes, will make the country's airport expensive and not competitive in the region. Others have also raised questions about the impact of this and the directive from ECOWAS that members should work to reduce airport taxes by 25% to boost connectivity. So from today, if you are buying a ticket, remember that you will be paying an additional charge called Airport Infrastructure Development Levy.
And that was a business desk report. Now, utility tariffs are expected to be reduced from today. Electricity will go down by 4.81% and water will be reduced by 3.06%. The adjustments are in line with the quarterly review of tariffs by the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, influenced by recent stability of the cedi and reduced inflation rate. Executive Secretary of the Commission, Dr. Shafiq Suleiman, tells Joy Business they have put in place measures to ensure that various providers strictly comply with this reduction for consumers.
We have laws, statutory laws, Act 538 and LI 2414, which are very clear and categorical on how to enforce our tariffs. That's one. And two, how to ensure that the utility providers are able to meet their working parameters. So enforcement is not a challenge at all. And within the Commission, the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, we have an excellent enforcement mechanism and framework to ensure that whatever we want the utilities to do, and if we pass any tariff or any activity, the utilities are able to comply and do as expected. So enforcement is not a challenge at all at the Commission because of the statutory laws backing the Commission's activities.
Dr. Shafiq Suleiman is the Executive Secretary of the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. Now, the current Middle East war is driving up global fertilizer prices, raising fresh concerns about Ghana's food security outlook for 2026. Winston Taki has more in this report.
The Strait of Hormuz, a key shipping route for oil, gas and fertilizer export, has come under pressure, affecting half of the global urea supply and pushing prices up across international markets. For Ghana, which depends largely on imported fertilizer, the impact could be significant. Higher prices are expected to increase the cost of farming, with many smallholder farmers likely to reduce fertilizer use during the 2026 planting season. Agricultural experts warned that this could lead to lower crop yields, tightening food supply, and driving up prices of key staples such as maize, rice, and vegetables. The development mirrors the global shock experience during the Russian-Ukraine conflict, highlighting Ghana's continued vulnerability to external supply disruptions. Experts are now calling for urgent investment in local fertilizer production and more sustainable farming practices to reduce dependence on imports and protect the country's food security.
And that was a report by my colleague Winston Taki. You're still listening to the Joy Business Report. Now, the Chief Executive of Delex Finance, Joe Jackson, has warned of a looming depreciation of the Ghana cedi. That is, if government and policymakers fail to seal leakages in the country's retention of export value. He made these remarks at an event organized by the Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana, dubbed Evening with Joe Jackson.
We can export all we like. For so long as more than half is going, what is left will not help us. If Ghana continues to retain less than half the value of its exports, then increasing export volumes alone will not strengthen the cedi and may leave it under even more pressure. The cedi has come down from the lofty heights of 15, maybe even 17, to now it's 11. And we are all excited. As surely as night follows day, if we don't fix this, and we continue to subscribe to that Anansi story, Sidin, Dolan, Obasanwa Danibio.
Joe Jackson as the Chief Executive of Delex Finance. Now, goods clearance at the port is expected to be faster henceforth. This is due to the launch of a new platform known as the Advanced Ruling Program by the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority. The system is to eliminate the delays and documentation processes which are blamed on customs officers. Speaking to journalists after the launch, Commissioner of Customs Aaron Kano assured the trading community that all concerns about delay in clearing goods will be sorted.
Today launch means that business are going to boom, and then there's going to be predictability, there's going to be efficiency, there's going to be certainty, because businesses have been complaining that when they bring their cargo to the port, customs delay in giving decision or ruling in area of origin and classification. So now we are saying that we are here for you, and then we want to partner you so that you can grow your business faster by going onto the website of GRA and upload all your documents as far as the consignment is concerned, and we have officers there who will take look at your document and give ruling as quickly as possible.
Aaron Kano is the Commissioner of Customs at the Ghana Revenue Authority. Meanwhile, tax consultant Francis Timoboy is urging the Ministry of Finance and the Ghana Revenue Authority to engage all industry players on implementation of the public and AI systems in customs valuation at the port.
The directive that the Ministry of Finance has given, such that if a valuation or a transaction or import comes into Ghana and your values are lower than what the AI gives, then you should go with what the AI is telling us. And there hasn't been any structured way to allow the importers challenge the system. I think that is where the challenge is. If we allow the AI to be more like a de facto valuation system, it can even create some challenges at the world, at the international trade level. We have systems and agreements that operates the World Trade Organizations, the custom valuation determination. All of these things are governed by rules which.
Francis Timoboy is a tax consultant. Now, honey-based startup J24 Foods Limited, founded by Judith Akos, is tasting sweet sauces. From a production facility in Accra, she supplies 600 outlets across the country as the demand for honey soars. The Joy Business Van tells her story this Wednesday.
And I'm Judith Akos Atama, the founder and CEO of J24 Foods. Welcome to Honey World. So, J24 Foods started close to 10 years ago. During national service, I happened to run into some business idea. I was posted to Forestry Commission. We went for some inspection in one deserve. I met with the forest manager who introduced me to beekeeping. And myself, I've been an entrepreneur growing up. So I picked up the idea because I knew that along the line, even if I get a job, I was still going to venture into the passion of doing business myself.
Judith had no idea about beekeeping but decided to give it a try.
With the growing middle income earners in Ghana, even as far back as close to 10 years ago, I felt that it was something that could sell, and there was a need in the market. When I researched, when you told me, I came back to Takrady, did a few research on the market to see how honey is doing, and if I could start with that. And there was a need on the market, so I picked it up.
The full story is at 1 p.m. right after the Joy Business Report and 5 p.m. on Business Live on the Joy News channel. Now, before I go, let's do some commodity news now. And crude oil is open trading at $104 a barrel after losing from yesterday's trading. The price of gold has started going up again after recent losses, trading this morning at $4,678 an ounce. Cocoa added $145 to open trading at $3,300 a ton. To some currency news now, the dollar is going for 11 cedis 20 pesos this morning. That's the rate some of the major banks are offering to their client. The British pound is going for 14 cedis 73 pesos. The euro is trading at 12 cedis 78 pesos. The forex bureaus are selling the dollar at 11 cedis 86 pesos. And that's all for the Joy Business Report with me, James Ishen. Kojo.
Uncle James. Beginning of the year, fuel prices were around the single digits. It was around single digits. So let's just say 1st January, petrol, diesel, they were both at say 10 Ghana cedis. Yeah. Right. Now you're buying petrol for 13 cedis, 40 something pesos. Let's just say 13 cedis. Right. Yeah. It's a 3 cedi increase on petrol, which is about 30% increase. If you are to analyze diesel, diesel is now 17 cedis on average with coins, right? So it's a 7 cedi increase, which is about 70%. Yeah. I don't know if my mathematics is correct, but I don't know if since the beginning of the year, most of us have had any salary increases. Most of us have had our earnings increase. And I'm doing my personal analysis because I travel a lot, and I don't mind putting myself out there. It's all for a public conversation. I do at least 800 liters of fuel a month.
Okay.
Because every weekend I'm on the road. I will travel at least, every weekend I'll do at least 400 kilometers. Okay. Yeah. So let's just say I do 800 liters a month. Now, at the existing fuel rate of the 10-12 cedis per liter, I had budgeted about 115,000 cedis for fuel for the year. Ooh. Now my fuel burden is around 163,000 cedis. This is my personal fuel burden, not the fuel we are using on the farm to run our machines. Personal, because of my travels within the city and outside the city. So it means that with the current fuel price, if it even stays like this, these are all assumptions, a lot of ifs. I'm going to have to find an extra 48,000 cedis this year for fuel. Okay. Yeah. So your average Ghanaian who lives in Amrahia and drives a Kia Morning and works in Ridge, okay? Yeah. Kia Morning is a 0.98 liter, so 1.0 liter car. If this person spends it's been a while since I used to have a Kia Morning, that's what I'm using, say 400, let's say even 300 cedis a month, a week on fuel. Yeah. Okay, this is 300 a week. Now it's increasing by 30%, so it goes to about, you know the maths, 360 cedis, right? That is petrol. So for the month, it would have been 1,200. Now it's 1,200 is 1.3 times 1,200. Can you do the math for me? 1.3 times 1,200. Get your calculator. 1.3 times 1,200. that takes the person to 1,560. So if this person is earning even 4,000 cedis, fuel wipes 1,500 from that 4,000. We've been talking about the inconsistencies in electricity and how my electricity bill has gone so high. PRC is reducing it, so we'll check. So really, this thing is an existential problem for the average Ghanaian who is not getting any fuel allowances from work, who is not getting any other thing, and just lives on their salary straight up. And so the president says he's going to work on it. I think that with national intelligence and everything, we should have even predicted some of these things and preempted how it's going to affect the Ghanaian, and for actions to be put in place without even us being told that we are going to work on it.
Some are also asking, if you work on it, how soon? Because that is also a question you need to ask. I mean, how soon? People are already, they're already being burdened by all of these. So I think it should be done as soon as possible.
Okay. So if you are listening to us, our inspirational song for today, just because we are all going through a lot of hardships and we are unable to talk about it as much, I'm giving you the song from Sarko the Friction of Brafo, produced by JMJ. The title of the song is Hope.
So the dia if you ever want to dance you the yas crab pro the chef for you a man twenya ponsi ne ni kwa the maso mo wa comment osu a wusu ara wa wudie na wu fa munyina e bro wo so anu a shepanti ya wudi akoma ye nyankopon we hu mo bro kase ya de man ma o Kristo ne hu ton ne dia wa da oto me bono matamfo ni memra me ni da so wo so me sa de ni twapo kopo we nya me kwan so se senya me wo da so tia se dia we ni da hwan so tete botan wa ye bi pen wo da so jina ne naso emfa we ni ntu wiase we nya nkopon ne tiase wo gidi ni be hwiase mpedi asa we ni mbase nipa besrew na wo nya hwekra na ye twewase ni di nemu wo bu nkotodwa akasenya me medase senior kese to be dead in tino and so try bebre beto so kai bebi a wo fino ya kire wo dunsi ni bi fie na so wo dan wo chino be bompa ye wo nsabe ka wo die wo Yesu di mu obrede be pompe
so we need the beba na ma wa ba mumbo ina bindi na ma wa komento ye wadini hutu na ne ame so adini na dipuano ye sorry no dey beba na ma wa ba mu
sorry na beba but memo akumentu jina pinting sometimes when you are jina pinting and there's money in your account you can jina pinting but when there's no money in your account and you are
the thing is not April Fool.
It's
real.
It is real.
Diesel is going around 17 cedis.
How much do you spend on fuel on average every month?
At least 2,000 cedis.
At least 2,000 cedis.
And that is recently when fuel prices got down a bit because then my tank is about 48 liters. So at about 11 cedis, you can fill it with about 550, 560, 570 cedis. So you do that every other week because my movements are not very intense from here to the house to some places.
You're a lucky man.
Yes. But for those of you who are movement intense and you like this, you see your big Land Cruiser guzzling a lot of diesel.
I don't drive a Land Cruiser. Men say me street credibility. You see, so let's say beginning of the year you're spending 2,000 cedis on fuel. With the new increases, you are doing 2,600 now. So your fuel cost is increasing by about 600 cedis. How are you going to make up for that? Are you going to cut down on the gobe?
Yeah. What are you cutting?
What are you cutting to make up for that?
Perhaps I just have to cut back on the places that I go. So maybe leave very early in the morning so that I can beat the traffic.
Then you lose sleep. And the more you lose sleep, your health is impacted.
And now every day you are tired, you are grumpy in the office.
And you're unproductive.
Hey, the thing, it has cascading effect all over.
Have you gotten to the point where we saying, Captain, the ship is sinking? Or the ship is not sinking yet?
It's deep in the water now.
Anyway,
I think perhaps that's why people are asking for the government to take up that 1 cedi fuel levy. There are those who say that, okay, well, if fuel is 17 cedis, 1 cedi difference will not make a lot of impact.
It makes a lot of impact because every year the government intends to get 6 billion Ghana cedis on that levy because we use about 6 billion liters of petrol and diesel.
So that's putting 6 billion back in the pockets of the
people. Whatever we've collected, we should put some back in, and whatever we intend to collect, we should take it off. And let's do the math and see how it's going to work. Anyway, let's bring you Drive Safe. It's brought to you by Joy News and the multi grip and the friction in this particular season to keep you safe. Because when it rains, friction reduces. If your tires are not good, sometimes you apply the brake, it doesn't work, and before you know, you hit somebody's bumper.
Yeah.
So please, it costs a lot too to get brand new tires these days. Yeah. It costs between 1,500 to 2,500 to 8,000, depending on the type of tire you have. Yes, in fact, the big articulated trucks, the 50-ton trucks, they buy their tires for like 20,000 cedis per tire. You know? So, but your car there, you can get a brand new and buy from a good place. So don't go and be cheated. Don't let them give you the ones they've sprayed. So get a brand new tire. Okay, it helps you keep safe on the road. And LPG regulators and valves also wear out. If yours is over 5 years old or showing rust, change it before it fails. A new one costs little compared to a hospital bill or worse. So stay safe. And this is a message from Comac, and that brings us to Say It Right, which is brought to you by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you. Teacher Kofi will be here tomorrow to give you Say It Right. Tell us about Kingdom Books.
Kingdom's Books and Stationery, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment and furniture at affordable prices, has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. This means you can now shop by simply logging on to www.kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of our branches. It is hassle-free. We'll arrange delivery to your homes and offices within a reasonable time. We offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via mobile money across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is our hallmark.
Indeed, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And this year, no more waiting, no more managing small. We go mega from Yatisu to Yatisu Biom and Yasin Yatisu promo. Societe Generale Ghana is here with a mega loans promo with even lower and more competitive rates. With SG Ghana's mega loans promo, salaried workers of SG Ghana listed companies, pensioners, and eligible customers can access support for personal needs, family commitments, home projects, and more. From now till July 2026, apply and enjoy big loans at small rates. Yes, very low rates and a fast, hassle-free process that helps you to get moving sooner. With visit any SG Ghana branch near you, or you call 0302-214-314 for more details about the SG Ghana Mega Loans promo today. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you. Which paper are we starting with?
There's this big story that's going around, but let's start with Daily Guide.
Before you give us the Daily Guide, the newspaper review is brought to you by Syntex Tank. You're strong, you're tough. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste, Happy Smile. Star Oil, quality and affordable fuels for all. And Enterprise Insurance, your advantage.
So the Daily Guide leads with no payment made for maize. Deputy Minister John Dumelo confirms at PAC. That is the story on the front page of Daily Guide. It says anti-LGBTQ bill not priority. President John Dramani Mahama, ex-defense procurement director, hot over 4.8 million CD deal. And then the former Attorney General is threatening retract and apologize or sue Dame to Kwachi Ofusu.
Let me give you a teaser of the ex-defense procurement director matter in Parliament.
What's your name?
My name is Frank Oliver Kojo.
Frank Oliver Kojo.
Yes, sir.
Which ministry or department do you work with now? Have you been transferred to?
The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources.
Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. I think you should be interdicted for how you carried out your function as Minister of Defense. We demand that, or you are not responding to the issues reasonably.
Yeah,
hot.
This is what happened in Parliament with respect to that particular story you just read. We'll give you a longer audio later on the show. I'll take you to the news center now. News center, Mahama hints of fuel relief as crude oil hits $119. Pump prices skyrocket. And government to borrow 15.2 billion Ghana cedis in T-bills, bonds in 3 months. This story bears a photo of Dr. Kojo Akoto Boateng, the finance minister. And new fuel prices. The news center is reporting that petrol is now 15.19 Ghana cedis per litre. So my earlier 30% then is wrong. Then it takes us to 50% for petrol. If you are looking from January to now, and diesel 17.85 Ghana cedis per litre. There's a photo of John Junapo in a tete-a-tete with Godwin Eduji Tamaklo, NPA chief executive. And more stories from the news center. MML crowned leading fintech solutions provider for 2026. That is Mobile Money Limited. And majority of Ghanaians back OSP. This is according to a new report.
You look at the Ghanaian publisher. It has a photo of the Yoko boss together with the Council of State member for the Volta region, Kwame Gan Atokpele, who is slamming Yoko over what he calls unlawful probe. And then Dame issues 7-day ultimatum to Kwachio Fosu. Comes with a picture of the former Attorney General. LGBTQ bill not part of government priorities. Mahama, that is the Ghanaian publisher again, and then the Akufo-Addo leads ECOWAS election mission to Benin.
And if you go to the publisher, the same Yoko story is here. Dear President Mahama, sack this guy. Council of State member accuses Raymond Archer of abuse of office, contempt of court, public theatrics, and personal vendetta, and more. John Mahama, anti-LGBT bill not my priority. An Apostolic Church Ghana bans wedding kisses. You gave us that story yesterday, so you may not kiss the bride in church.
Yes.
And double honor for Dr. Brown. That story is also here. And Kisi, my days as SP are numbered.
Hey. Let's do the Economy Times. Ghana faces fiscal storm as gold prices fall. Dr. Kojo Akoto Boateng is on the front page of the Economy Times. Ghana returns to domestic bond market with new 7-year issuance, more than 3 years after previous bond issuance. Investor Town Hall and Financial Stability Council signal new era, and then Elom goes to his maker. May he keep resting in peace.
Yeah, and if you go to the Daily Graphic, search for World Cup fixer. Ex-Morocco coach leads the race. Hey, Charlie,
we want heavy rain.
Walid's photo is here, and yesterday Otuado posted on his social media with a broken heart. It was a very
yes,
Charlie.
Yes. At least, but he's going with about $500,000 in a payout. $500,000.
Charlie, sack me and give me $500,000. Gogu,
this contract.
Gogu, write a letter right now. Sack me and give. Anyway, more stories from the Daily Graphic. President Mahama ascends to 5 new bills. Public Accounts Committee, no rice lost under government program. Deputy Agric Minister assures, and PURC provides incentive for EV charging point expansion. And DTI moved to transform TVET in Ghana. That is the Design and Technology Institute. They are building an ultra modern campus in Brekusu, and that makes me happy. We'll bring you the online news review, which is brought to you by Zenith Bank. In your best interest. Now, managing your church or ministry requires a banking partner that truly understands your mission, and Zenith Bank is that partner. They've introduced the Zenith Church Premium Account. It's a tailored financial solution for churches and ministries. You enjoy free Sunday cash pickups, loans at concessionary rates, full cash management services, and expert investment advice for your ministry's growth. So sign up for the Zenith Bank Church Premium Account today. Talk to them on 054 2000 111 and 0302 680 884, or you visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and you sign up. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Look at myjoyonline.com. Airfares to rise as airport infrastructure levy takes effect from today. Utility tariffs drop from today as PURC announces electricity and water cuts. Tax for Galamsey, Yawola Sewa slams ignorance defense in levy scandal, demands sanctions for MMDCs. And then if we scrap it, what do we replace it with? Mariada defends OSP as a trust surge. And then finally, Adenta Court finds students for assault on teacher.
You're also told that 4 people have been killed on the Buipre Tamale Highway as fire service rescues survivors. As Easter comes, please, let's be very careful on the roads. Let me take you to citynewsroom.com now. And if you go to City Newsroom, reparations debate must reflect historical truth. A black horse slams Kemi. Hey Charlie, but Kemi too. She's on fire.
Yeah, she's on fire. She's on fire.
I don't want to be a prime minister and have somebody like Kemi being the opposition leader. She's on fire. Now, high capital requirements hamper Ghana's competitiveness. This is GIPC. 24-hour petroleum operations to drive jobs growth, according to NPA. and minority to table private members bill to reform gold board. Earlier, I read a story that the president says we are going to do something about the fuel prices. Let's listen to what the president said in relation to that.
I don't know what came into the heads of Trump, Netanyahu, and all of them to start this war. But unfortunately, while the CD remains stable, if this had happened when the CD was at 17, we probably could not have been able to survive. But the good thing for us is that the CD remains stable, and so the push factor in the oil price buildup is not coming from the currency, because happily the currency is remaining stable. The push factor is coming from the price of crude oil and finished products. So
that was President John Dramani Mahama. What would the state do about this? What definitive steps are, would the states take to ensure that your 50% increase in fuel prices
is mitigated,
and the extra 600 Ghana cedis you are paying?
600 Ghana cedis a month. You can do something.
In fact, at 50%, you are paying an extra 1,000 Ghana cedis. 30% is 600 cedis. Anyway, give us some of the details.
Ex-Defense Procurement Director hot over 4.8 million CD deal. The Public Accounts Committee has referred a former Director of Procurement at the Defense Ministry, Frank Oliver Kodo, to the Attorney General for prosecution over the alleged procurement of 6 vehicles valued at 4.8 million cedis. The decision follows intense scrutiny of the transaction, which was flagged in a special audit by the Auditor General. The audit disallowed store receipt vouchers worth 4.8 million after it emerged the vehicles in question were not supplied. The report details a deal between the Ministry of Defense and a private company for 6 SUV vehicles intended for border surveillance and monitoring of the 2024 general election. And there was that exchanges between Roxanne Nelson, the Majority Chief Whip, who strongly rejected Mr. Kodo's account and called for his immediate interdiction, accusing him of personalizing the transaction and failing to provide clarity on the whereabouts of the vehicle. So we decided to buy 4 vehicles or so at a cost of $4.8 million cedis, and then the vehicles were not supplied to monitor election borders and all that thing. So where is the money?
Where is the money? I'll give you more stories on the fuel because it's our big story for today and it's not going anywhere and it's affecting all of us.
All of us.
Food prices are going to go up. Everything is going to go up if we don't deal with this. Elvis Darko writes that Ghanaian motorists and households are bracing for a sharp rise in petroleum prices as the NPA announces new price floors for the April 1, 2026 pricing window. The increase will see the cost of fuel and cooking gas surge with significant implications for consumers and the broader economy. According to figures released by COMAC, a litre of petrol will sell at 15 cedis 19 pesos, while diesel will rise to 17 cedis 85 pesos. LPG will cost 16 cedis 59 pesos per kilo, and Star Oil and Goil, which have been engaged in fierce competition, are likely to sell lower than these figures. So that's the story. And the president is hinting of fuel relief as crude hits $119 per barrel. Now, President John Dramani Mahama has signaled that government may be forced to review and possibly suspend some fuel-related levies, including the controversial 1 cedi fuel levy, as Ghana grapples with a sharp surge in petroleum prices driven by global market disruptions. So that's the story. What do you think? What do you think the president should do?
I think as for that 1 cedi levy, we must suspend it for some time. Yesterday I was saying that I was a very senior who disagreed a bit and talked about what difference it would make, and I sort of agree with him. But I think if you take 1 cedi off, that is a bit of a relief.
If you take 1 cedi off, you are saving Ghanaians 6 billion.
Yeah, but on the individual level, is it very impactful?
It
so
is impactful.
If you are buying fuel for 17 cedis now, and now you're going to buy it for 16 cedis, for 47 liters, you would have saved 47 cedis.
Okay, so if you were buying at 10 cedis and now it's 17 cedis, your price is 70%, right? So your 2,000 Ghana cedis, for example, you end up paying 3,400 cedis. Now, if it's 1.6, right? Because we've taken out the 1 cedi levy, your 3,400 becomes 3,200. That's a saving of 200 Ghana cedis, and can buy you gobe for the rest of the year.
Interesting.
Anyway, some of the new bills that the president has assented to, let me run you through. That story is in the Daily Graphic. The Security and Intelligence Agencies Bill 2025, University of Engineering and Agricultural Sciences Bill, Ghana Deposit Protection Amendment Bill, Growth and Sustainability Levy Amendment Bill, and the Education Regulatory Bodies Amendment Bill 2026. Is it that bill that ensures that you all don't have to go to Makola?
That is the legal education bill. That one has not been sent to the president.
It's not been assented yet. You are waiting for that. Okay. It's time for the BBC News, and it's brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us. Glyco, we're cushioning you for life. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy amazing benefits. You can call them on 0800 003 355, or you visit fidelitybankghana.com.gh, or you connect with them on social media at Fidelity Bank GH. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
The agents representing the deceased and those reviving these stars in a market that's still being debated ethically.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Coming up from the BBC World Service, The Interview, conversations with people shaping our world, with me, Catherine Biarahanga, BBC correspondent and presenter. For this episode, I speak to Winnie Byanyima, head of UNAIDS, about coordinating action on HIV/AIDS in challenging circumstances.
We live in a complex world. I am somebody who fights for social justice and gender equality, and I continue to do so. It's maybe a tougher environment, but I do not change my position. I don't alter it at all. Look, we work in Uganda, where just last year, the law, anti-homosexuality law, was revised to make it harsher. We didn't leave. We find our way around the restriction and we carry on our work. It's not a perfect world. It never will be.
Winnie Byanyima. Hear more on The Interview after the news.
BBC News with David Harper. President Trump has given his clearest indication yet that he wants to draw down operations against Iran, promising the war would end in the next 2 to 3 weeks, with or without a deal. He said Washington had achieved its war aims, despite failing to wrest control of the Strait of Hormuz from Tehran. Here's Peter Bowes.
It is quite a change of tone, isn't it, from the president, who has spent the last few weeks urging Iran to do a deal, saying that there were negotiations taking place, although Iran never confirmed that there were any direct negotiations. He says the war will end when he is satisfied that his original goals have been achieved, and number one in that list is that Iran will never get a nuclear weapon. And he seems to be saying, reading between the lines a little bit, that that has been achieved now. He's still saying that the US has to finish the job, and it's not entirely clear what he means by that. But he says one of the immediate effects will be that fuel prices will drop significantly.
Iran has again come under bombardment. The Israeli military says it's completed a wave of airstrikes in the capital Tehran, hitting Iranian regime infrastructure sites. There also appears to have been no let-up in Tehran's response. Katie Watson is in Doha.
Overnight, US Central Command released a video showing its forces dropping what it called precision munitions on underground military targets deep inside Iran. Israel says it carried out an attack on a factory, which it claimed was involved in the production of chemical weapons. Iran, though, says it was making medicines. The Gulf continues to be targeted too. Fuel depots at Kuwait's international airport were hit by drones, causing a huge fire. Saudi Arabia said it had intercepted 2 drones. Bahrain was also attacked, and a tanker off the coast of Qatar was hit by an unknown projectile. Gulf leaders aren't saying much right now. Their main focus is on defending their territory, but countries in the region have made it clear they want an end to the war and an end to the uncertainty that comes with this conflict.
Germany has become the latest nation to introduce fuel price curbs in response to surging oil prices. The country's competition regulator is also getting greater powers to challenge energy firms suspected of unfair pricing. The German Chancellor has suggested that if the war escalates further, it could be as bad for the European economy as the COVID pandemic. South Africa is deploying more than 2,000 soldiers to support police in a crackdown on organised crime, illegal mining and gang violence. It's starting today across a number of provinces. Pumza Vilani is in Johannesburg.
The military will be on this mission for at least a year. The areas they'll target include Cape Town's gang-ridden Cape Flats and the outskirts of Johannesburg, where scores of armed groups are running illegal mining activities. There's been mixed reaction to this latest deployment, with some defence experts pointing out that soldiers are trained to use lethal force, not on community crime prevention.
World News from the BBC. A federal judge in the United States has ruled that the diaries of an aide to the former Chinese leader Mao Zedong, donated to Stanford University, can remain there. The papers of the late Li Rui were donated by his daughter in accordance, she said, with his wishes. The university had faced a slew of claims challenging their ownership, including from Li's widow. The tech giant Apple is marking its 50th anniversary today. The company was founded on the 1st of April 1976 and its Apple I computer went on sale in July the same year. The two men behind Apple's initial success were the entrepreneur Steve Jobs and the pioneering engineer Steve Wozniak. Apple is marking its half-century with events at stores and offices around the world, including its California campus. Iraq have become the final team to qualify for this year's Men's Football World Cup thanks to a 2-1 win over Bolivia in their Interconfederation playoff. It will be Iraq's second ever appearance at a World Cup finals after making their debut at the 1986 tournament. Here's Isaac Fannin.
10 African teams at this summer's World Cup. The Sabres team will play Portugal in their opening match in Houston on the 17th of June before taking on Colombia and Uzbekistan. They'll be joined by Iraq, who have beaten Bolivia 2-1 to seal their spot at the World Cup after their intercontinental playoff. But unfortunately for Italy, they will miss out on yet another World Cup, this time for a third consecutive tournament. The four-time winners once again falling short. After the match, you could see their coach, Gennaro Gattuso, was in tears.
A Brazilian court has blocked plans to build a zip line down from Sugarloaf Mountain in Rio de Janeiro, ruling there had been insufficient justification for its construction. The project on a UNESCO World Heritage Site had faced strong opposition from residents and environmental activists, despite its approval by the Brazilian Institute of Historic and Artistic Heritage. And that's the latest BBC News.
Imagine giving birth without clean water. No water to wash hands, no sanitation, no hygiene. Yet, this is the reality for thousands of mothers every day. When healthcare facilities lack clean water, mothers and newborns face life-threatening infections. But this crisis has a solution. Clean water, decent toilets, good hygiene in every healthcare facility. Leaders have made promises. Now is the time to keep them. It's time to deliver clean water for every woman, every baby, every future. Follow WaterAid Ghana on social media. Raise your voice. It is time to deliver.
Pay small, drive covered.
Charlie, my guy. Hey, driving these days be sweet, oh. No pressure, everything's smooth.
Ah, look at you smiling early morning. What's making life so easy like that?
Simple. I'm using Pay As You Earn motor insurance from Coronation.
Pay as you earn?
Yes, same trusted cover, but I pay monthly or quarterly, just the way I prefer. It's about flexibility.
So I don't have to pay everything at once.
Only if you want to. And with every policy, 50% goes to support the National Road Safety Authority, helping to promote and improve safety on our roads. Visit ecoronation.com, select Pay As You Earn motor insurance, and fill out all required details. Pay with mobile money. Policy comes straight to your phone.
Pay small, drive covered.
Pay As You Earn motor insurance, a flexible option from Coronation.
Pay small, drive covered.
Accra, it's time! Celebrate Easter with Kitia and enjoy 25% off store-wide and up to 50% off selected items from April 1. Visit Kitia at Spintex Road or follow at Kitia Ghana on Instagram.
Hello, my fellow Ghanaians. Presenting to you the authentic firefighter, San Cablo Cables. These days, we hear less of fire outbreaks because San Cablo Cables, they guard for every Ghanaian. From the building contractor to the electrical engineer, San Cablo electrical cables are their best choice. Proudly made in Ghana, San Cablo deals in electrical cables, PVC pipes, sockets, and switches of all kinds with 99.99 pure copper. My fellow Ghanaians, if light wan travel, na San Cablo be the motto. San Cablo cables are carefully built in different shades of colors to suit the needs of Ghanaians and our weather condition. Always remember to use San Cablo quality electrical cables and accessories for your wiring. For bulk purchase of your PVC pipes, socket, switches, electrical cables, please contact 0530-774-774. San Cablo from Side Go House. Now we be the plug. Approved by the Ghana Standard Authorities.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
You won't believe where my students and I are coming from.
I can see the excitement on your face. Tell me where.
Safari Eco Park. They are making it so accessible for schools, offering an unforgettable experience where students learn in nature, connect with wildlife, and truly engage with their surroundings.
Wow, that sounds amazing. But I'm a bit concerned about the cost.
I thought the same at first, but it's actually very affordable. Through a collaboration between Multimedia Group and Safari World, it is just 100 Ghana cedis for primary schools and secondary schools, and 150 Ghana cedis for tertiary schools. This is from February all the way to the end of April.
Oh, that's reassuring. And it's not too far either.
Exactly. It's only an hour drive from Accra, so the trip is convenient and stress-free for both teachers and students.
I love that the children get to learn through experience, not just textbooks. And the teachers can go along and come back relaxed as well. I'm definitely going to recommend this to our school. It sounds like the perfect blend of fun and education.
It really is. It's the kind of experience students never forget.
This Easter Monday, the biggest kids festival, Indomie Fest. It's making its second stop in Accra, and it's going to be epic. Get ready to turn up with your favorite Indomitables, Sweeney, Swifty, Big Boy, Vision, and Stretchy, with Crystal bringing the energy as your MC. Enjoy danceable live performances from Lastman, Mr. Drew, Sistefia, DGL Academy, and many more. Turn up with the whole family on the 6th of April for lots of exciting moments, giveaways, and yummy Indomie. Yes, don't dull. Buy a ticket at 20 Ghana cedis, 3 at 50 Ghana cedis, and for a family of 6 at 100 Ghana cedis. Or simply dial *714*57# or visit vtickets.com to grab yours. For inquiries, call 055-835-1819. See you at Good Park. Indomie tastes great.
If you want quality, this be where you belong. Hey, tough, hey, strong. Oh, gonna shout, sing the song. When the sun they hot, syntax no break. When the rain they fall, still no shake. Builders they choose and plumbers they prove. Any project you they start.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 0880-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Wake up, good morning, good morning.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Yeah. Cupid, let's go. Are you ready to listen? Are you ready to listen, my Tolio? Inside that feel I know the love again. Give me moving to the way she telling me go. She no go follow to the end. She no go follow to the end. Say she said to meet another man. Later today they will be going for lunch. No Mr. Loverman. Say she know they feel my go. She's calling the branch. She's calling the branch. As I dey sleep I be counting my ceiling. Oh my God, what I'm feeling. 21st century, so she go tell it to my face. It's over. My baby say over. It's over. It's over. She dey tell me say over. 21st century, so she go tell it to my face. It's over. She dey tell me say over. It's over. It's over. My baby say over.
This is music from R2B's title of the song is Over. The honeymoon period with cheaper fuel prices. Is it over? How do we deal with the increasing fuel prices and the disruptions to global crude and petroleum markets? That's our big conversation for the morning, and I'll be talking to Ben Boache this morning here. I have Ben on the line. Good morning, Ben. How are you?
I'm well, Kojo. Good morning to you and the team.
It's always good to talk to you, but unfortunately, it looks as if these days, whenever we call you, we are talking about problems, not about gains, unfortunately. But it's good to know that you are good. Let's listen to what the president has said so far about the fuel prices and what the government intends to do to bring some relief to Ghanaians.
Things were sailing quite smoothly, and indeed we're beginning to enjoy some of the lowest fuel prices in a long time. Unfortunately, they say man proposes, God disposes. I don't know what came into the heads of Trump, Netanyahu, and all of them to start this war. But unfortunately, while the CD remains stable, if this had happened when the CD was at 17, we probably could not have been able to survive. But the good thing for us is that the CD remains stable, and so the push factor in the oil price buildup is not coming from the currency, because happily the currency is remaining stable. The push factor is coming from the price of crude oil and finished products. And so far we've absorbed it. It's not affected us as much, but if this thing continues some more, then we'll have to take some decisive decisions. Some of the weapons we have is to look at the margins to try and cushion consumers, and then also look at the recently imposed 1 CD development levy to try and cushion consumers. But my hope is that sooner than later this war will come to an end, and we'll see more stable fuel prices. But for now, government remains concerned because fuel prices move the transport sector, and the transport sector is the main driver of inflation. If fuel goes up, the cost of transporting food items goes up, and it affects the inflation in the food basket.
So that's the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, speaking about the fuel prices. Now, Ben Boache is with ACEP, Africa Center for Energy Policy, and it's one of the institutions that has worked tirelessly over the years in shaping policy in the sector. Now, Ben, the President has spoken. He says he hopes that the Iran war ends soon so that we go back to normal. But whilst we all appreciate that hope is not a plan, what can we do to bring relief to Ghanaians now?
Yeah, I think, as the President indicated, the only instruments at the disposal of government will be to look at the taxes and levies on the petroleum products at this point. on the international front, it's difficult for us to control what is happening. We can only hope that it comes down. But whilst we hope, we need to see how we bring relief to the consumer. But, I mean, this cyclicality, we have always indicated that we need to plan for the long term so that our interventions are sharp and actually impact the economy. When you just reduce petroleum prices by discounting taxes, you're not able to aggressively, distribute that, intervention to make sure that the poor is protected quite significantly. So what countries do is to invest in transportation infrastructure that allows goods and services and people to predictably move from one point to the other without needing to buy their own car and the rest of it. And that makes interventions quite easy because government can then decide to stabilize the price you pay to move from one point to the other. In Ghana, we don't have that. So buying your own car is not actually a luxury you need, it's a necessity. People have to buy their car. So if you come to fuel it, your only bet is to pack it, and maybe go chase the tractor or something. So we need to plan for the long term to see how we can build the necessary infrastructure, rail infrastructure, mass transit, robust mass transit infrastructure that allow people to move and not feel these kind of jolts as they come. But immediately what I think should be done is to look at the prices, the margins and levies on petroleum products and do the optimization that we've been pushing for so long. If you look at some of the margins on petroleum products, there's no science determining how much the consumer is paying for. For example, if you look at how much it costs to transport products from Tema, which is where all our imports terminate, to how much it costs to bring the product from Europe and everywhere else. It actually costs us more to move products in country than to bring it from Rotterdam by ship and insurance combined. So it tells you that it is not optimal structure and that we need to actually look at how we explain away the numbers and be more scientific for people to appreciate it, right? Yeah. So that is a way to optimize that space and reduce the inefficiencies in that space. There are some adjustments that we've seen recently on PDM, that is the transportation from one bulk point to the other. I don't know what really informed it when the currency has strengthened, and we've still found ways to adjust that. We've done the same for fuel marking margin, moving it from 4 pesos to 5 pesos. I don't know how we do that. In fact, that intervention is extremely unnecessary, and we've been saying it for so long. You are marking a product to be able to identify it at the pump, and yet that marker is available on the illicit market. They're able to overconcentrate it at the depot, so tracking, how efficient the mark is difficult. All right. So why are you charging the consumer for that?
So we should take away the fuel marking margin.
It has to go. We have to look at the UPPF and aggressively tweak it to be optimal to cater for transportation if we have to do it. There's also a bigger conversation about why uniform pricing is a necessary mechanics at this point. All right. Because even places where we expected that prices will be higher in the north and in the hinterlands, you go there and the prices are even cheaper than Accra. In Accra, somebody buys, gallons of products into their tank, and they stay in traffic and burning out. Why should that person be subsidizing somebody in my village, for example, who can use a liter to run the whole day?
Yeah.
And not face any traffic? So we have to be scientific in the way we're imposing margins and levies, and relieve the consumer, particularly those who are bearing the brunt of these kinds of hikes.
So, Ben, if we can go through the levies, if we can spend the next 2 minutes going through the levies. So, if you look at the price build-up, there's the ex-refinery price. That is how much we got the actual fuel, right? And then we put on the energy debt recovery levy. Should we still have that levy in place? Energy debt recovery levy?
Unfortunately, I mean, we need to have it. But see, that's where the long-term situation and analysis becomes important. In Ghana, in many parts of the world, the petroleum space is an arena where countries tax to develop infrastructure, to develop their countries. So it's a quick arena to raise revenue. But all the taxes that we have on petroleum products in Ghana are actually going to pay for the sins of the past, if you like. So we are using that to attempt to pay debt. And it's an unending cycle where we keep paying billions and billions of cedis trying to address inefficiencies that we have created in the energy sector. So there isn't revenue to actually address the inefficiencies in the
So
space.
for the
If you look at
energy
those
debt,
levies, for example, those are revenue that has been consolidated with even the one cedi that was imposed recently to be able to address the shortfalls in the power sector. So the power that ECG sells, up to 30% of that is not recovered as revenue. So now almost the entire fuel component of the power sector is not paid for. So Ministry of Finance has to pay for it. And that's over $70 million bill every single month. Imagine if we had that money, from the petroleum sector, what we could do in terms of infrastructure, building roads, transportation infrastructure, building the schools and the rest of it. But we are using that money to be paying for bills that ordinarily should be paid by the power sector. So once you take that, you think about that, then it becomes difficult for you to address the energy sector issues, and then you're also thinking about the potential themselves because you're not paying the...
So we can keep the energy debt recovery levy. Let me run through the other levies.
Yeah.
Road fund levy, to keep or not to keep?
Road fund levy, I think part of it is encumbered by some debt. We have to look at it again.
So we can keep.
So it's difficult to touch that as well.
The energy fund levy?
Energy fund levy is quite marginal. It wouldn't change much even if you took it out.
There is price stabilization and recovery levy.
That is also essentially being consolidated to the amount that is being used. A part of it is also used to subsidize premix fuel, where there's so much corruption also. Products are lifted for official folks, they end up in our tanks, they are substandard. So we need to also tweak and optimize that space to see what optimal interventions we can give to the official folks. Now, people are using electric motors, solar PV systems to go offshore. We need to tweak that and see, but immediately, maybe halving it to concentrate on how much goes to support the official folks and making sure that we can also prevent the leakages and just target them. That can create some relief for the consumer as well.
And then we come to the sanitation and pollution levy, which has had a lot of issues with even disbursements and what we are using it for. Should the Ghanaian energy customer be paying for sanitation and pollution levy in these times?
I think that levy was created to sustain some private interest. But at this point, I think it's also been consolidated into the broader tax revenue. So maybe we need to consolidate all these taxes that are no longer special purpose levies and be able to address, a chunk, of a subsidy issue for the consumer. But I don't think at this point it's going for sanitation as it used to be assigned to private interest.
Okay, I'll just run through the other levies quickly and take your concluding remarks on these. So we also have the energy sector recovery levy. So 2 energy sector levies: energy debt recovery levy, energy sector recovery levy, special petroleum tax, primary distribution margin, bust margin, fuel marking margin, and then we have the UPPF, plus the one cedi that was introduced recently. So which of these can we easily remove to give some Ghanaians give Ghanaians some respite?
Immediately, I think we can do away with half of the price stabilization levy. As I indicated, part of it goes for subsidies for premix fuel. So part of it can stay and part can go. Bus margin can be suspended while we think about optimizing that space. Because, bus is essentially a commercial enterprise at this point, competing with private depots and other private investors. We have bought the tanks and everything for them, and I don't see why we should be paying them a margin for them to function. if the people are struggling at this point. That can be suspended whilst we think at a broader policy instrument to strengthen distribution of products from the government end. That can go. And I mean, what countries are also doing is to look at the only tax that it has control over will be the special petroleum tax, which is about 46 cents.
Yeah.
That could also be, a tax somehow to reduce the impact on the consumer. Maybe suspend a portion, and then when prices stabilize or decline, we could reintroduce it.
So if we reduce the special petroleum tax by even 50%, and then take away the bust margin, as you are suggesting, and also remove the UPPF, right? The fuel marking margin, and remove the 1 cedi that we added recently, we'll be reducing fuel prices by about 2.22 Ghana cedis. That should give Ghanaians some respite now.
That should give us significant relief. And even the UPPF is way too much for it to cost us almost 90 pesos to move a liter of products across the country. And because it's also been padded with a lot of levies for national security, for different agencies, and we need to tweak that to focus on transportation and let the consumer understand what they're actually paying for. It's supposed to be a transportation margin, and yet there are other impositions that are built in that the consumer doesn't even know. And now we have requested RTI for 2 years, trying to get MPA to unpack what is in the UPPF. They have not responded with follow-ups.
Wow.
So the consumer doesn't even know what they are paying to actually transport the product from one point to the other.
Now, Ben, when it comes to long-term stability of petroleum supply, what should our strategy be when it comes to strategic fuel stocks? Do we have any in the country that we can depend on? Should we not be able to bring any petroleum products into the country for the next 3 months? Can we survive?
I think the private depots always are, saving grace. They store products in tanks. What we need to do is to deepen that space, encourage them to store more products by reducing charges on them, provide incentives for them to do that. And Togo is doing it even offshore Togo, where a lot of the ships will dock to store products for the region. So we can encourage more in-country storage. We've not been able to achieve that using BOST to do it. We've given them levies, given them infrastructure. They barely have stocks, for us strategically. So we can amplify the private sector space and allow them with incentives to be able to store products in country. Ghana is overtanked, but we don't have enough products at all times. But even with the current structure, we still have the private sector being able to do 3 weeks cover, sometimes 4 weeks cover, depending on how much product is in country. So there's an avenue to use the private sector in regulation. For example, if we have incentive for people to store product, you could say that every BDC should at all times have 10% of their annual trade as a buffer for the economy. They should be able to do that. And that, when incentives are provided, this private sector can actually store product in country. And that provides a buffer for us when we have hard times.
Ben Boache, thank you so much for joining us this morning with your thoughts. Ben is the Executive Director for Africa Center for Energy Policy. So, Kogu?
Yeah, I agree with the analysis that
if
you
we
just
do
made.
the mathematics,
We can save just about 2.2 cedis. At current rate, the petrol is about 13 cedis, 13.2.
Well, yeah.
So if you bring it down to 11, then that is the time we're jubilating when price had come down. Diesel is now 17.8, almost 18 cedis. That brings it to about 15 cedi, 16 cedi, 15 cedi. So it's something that the government should be considering very heavily. Probably the president should be sitting down with his energy minister, go into these numbers, have some agreement, reduce those taxes, suspend some of them. Obviously, when the war in Iran ends and because of the stabilization of the cedi, global prices of petrol goes back to the $60, $68 and things normalize. You can just bring
the problem with diesel It's one of the fuels we use for the most productive activities. For farming, all your tractors use diesel practically.
So those are
for the industrial sector. All the big plants are using diesel, and the diesel price is higher because in Europe and other places they are not getting enough natural gas, so they are switching to diesel. So there is a lot more demand for diesel. So diesel prices are going up. So if you even could do more for diesel,
then you are powering your
and just at this planting
the productive
season,
sector of your economy.
Your average say 400-500 cedis per acre plowing
of
land may go up.
Yeah.
And if it goes up, the farmers will put it on
the product that will come.
They will be complaining.
Yeah, the inflation is going to go up again. So
Ben, thank you for the insights. And you are still on the Super Morning Show. It's 7:34. I'm here with Kweku Asante. And there's a lot more coming up on the show this morning. We'll be getting some more reactions on the fuel prices and related matters here on the Super Morning Show. But look, fuel prices are going up, but Total Energies still there for you.
Yes.
You know the lubricants you need to keep your vehicles moving very well. They've actually dropped the prices.
Yes.
So you can get your 4-liter Quartz 9000 SAE 5W40, which was 118 cedis for 107 cedis, 50 pesos. Your 5-liter Quartz 9000 Futures W20, which was 148 cedis, is now 134 cedis. And your 4-liter Rubia Fleet HD 400 15W40, which was 80 cedis, is now 72 cedis, 50 pesos. It's top quality meeting, great savings, and you won't get these prices anywhere. So rush to any Total Energy station nationwide and enjoy premium quality engine oils, transmission fluids, and coolants at significantly lower prices. Remember, that balance you save up can buy you Davis fuel, or you can use it to buy petrol or diesel.
Yes.
You know,
top up.
Choose Total Energies, choose quality.
Air Tanzania, finally the wait is over. Air Tanzania is now in Ghana. Fly with us to Dar es Salaam, Zanzibar, Kilimanjaro, China, Guangzhou, India, Mumbai, Dubai, South Africa, and beyond. Locate us at the Kotoka International Airport near the post office. Call us on 0246 567-898 and 0542-815-087 for your bookings and reservations. At Tanzania, the wings of Kilimanjaro.
Charlie, if we could have stored fuel in poly tanks or in water tanks,
in some 4 gallons.
Charlie, I have about 20,000 liters of tank capacity.
But that thing is not possible.
No, you can't store fuel in your
4 gallons and other things.
It's unsafe. You have to store fuel in steel and metal tanks designed for fuel, not the plastic ones. Come on now, I can 10 cedis. Look at me. Now, if you want to store water, that you can store, and you can store it very well with Syntex tanks. Okay, is that tank with a tortoise on it. Syntex tank is the champion of water tanks. It's strong, it's durable, and it's built to handle our Ghanaian weather. Rain or shine, Syntex has your back. So go outside, check your tank, and if it doesn't have a tortoise on it, it's time to upgrade. Get Syntex, store water so that you don't have problems with your daily activities at home and at work. You can join the Syntex tank family today and enjoy water storage that's tough like a tortoise. You can call them on 0244 335 168 to buy now, or you find one of their 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, are you strong? Are you tough?
Well, talking about quality, are you looking for quality electrical cables for your wiring? Then San Cablo is your plug. We deal in electrical cables, PVC pipes, sockets, and switch of all kinds with 99.9% pure copper. San Cablo cables are proudly made in Ghana and carefully built in different shapes and colors to suit the needs of Ghanaian and our weather conditions. Always remember to use San Cablo quality electrical cables and accessories for your house wiring. For bulk purchase of your electrical cables, PVC pipes, sockets, and switch, please call 0530-774-774. That is 0530-774-774. San Cablo. We lighten Africa. Now we be the plug. It is approved by the Ghana Standards Authority.
And with Millennium Insurance, you don't have to worry whether it's motor, properties, marine, travel insurance. They've got you covered. Millennium Insurance is fast, they're reliable, and when life throws you surprises, Millennium makes sure you are ready. So call them today, 0501418228, and insure the unexpected before the unexpected insures you. Millennium Insurance Company, your trustworthy partner.
It is time to enjoy some great discounts in Accra. It's time. Celebrate Easter with Kitia and enjoy 25% off store-wide and up to 50% off selected items from 1st April. Visit Kitia at number 69 Spintex Road or follow at Ketia Ghana on Instagram. We are open daily from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Go there and enjoy some massive discounts.
And if you have plans for the month and it includes a relaxing staycation, a romantic dinner, or you want to take off experiences off your bucket list, Bank of Africa Visa credit card is your perfect payment option for shopping, reservations, getaways, etc. The Visa credit card from Bank of Africa offers you convenience, flexible payment, and enhanced security with direct debit should you forget to repay. So choose affordability, choose comfort. Sign up for a Visa credit card with Bank of Africa today. For further information, call BOA on 0302 429 333 or chat Fafa at boaghana.com for enquiries. T's and C's apply. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. We'll go for a quick break. When we return, we'll bring you your birthday messages and we'll bring you sports as well.
Yeah.
And
I
then
just will come and tell us who we are saying. I'm hearing talks about Walid. I don't mind, but I think we should go for Javier Ronaldo, who has just resigned from his post at Saudi Arabia. It tells you that.
Was he sacked or was he resigned?
He resigned. He resigned himself.
Okay, so after Sports Center, we'll be getting into deeper conversations as well, looking at the tax for Galamsey, related matters, and the issue that happened at the Public Accounts Committee, plus more on fuel prices on the Super Morning Show. But remember, you can send us a message 055 1111997 055 1111997. We'll be happy to read your messages here on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information.
MTN.
Ever wondered what else your Standard Chartered Visa card can do? It is not just for taking money from ATMs. Your Standard Chartered Visa card is the enjoyment card. Use it to shop at malls and supermarkets and for all your online transactions. Book and pay for that overdue vacation online and win fantastic rewards like airtime, Melcon gift vouchers, and a weekend stay at a plush hotel and many more. It is the enjoyment card. So next time you're about to make any payment, let your Standard Chartered Visa card lead the way, not cash. It is your gateway to secure, convenient, and rewarding payments. Visit the 360 Rewards website for more information. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Life is full of dreams and surprises. When the unexpected happens, SIC Insurance stands with you. For over 60 years, we've protected what matters most: your business, your home, your life. Call us toll free today on 0800 100 055 for your motor, fire, accident, travel, and marine insurance policies. SIC, our promises are sacred.
Introducing Yomi Pina Colada and Peach, our newest addition to the Yomi family. Life is full of choices, so here are more Yomi flavors to spoil you for choice. Go on, choose great taste, choose nourishment, choose the new Yomi Yogurt Pina Colada and Peach. And always remember that the choices we make today shape our tomorrow. Yomi, a nourishing choice. Yomi Yogurt Pina Colada and Peach. More quality products from Amigo Ghana Limited. This advert is FDA approved.
Your birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are always brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, Bank of Africa, BOP from Bank of Africa offers you a hassle-free solution for fee collection and other payments. So call us or chat Fafa at boaghana.com.gh. .com for more details. So if you want to chat Fafa, just go to boaghana.com and you can chat with Fafa and get all the updates you want on BOA. Happy birthday going out to you, Gloria Akpene Nyaku, Richmond Kojo Akwa, Philip Ayesu, Mrs. Lois Inti, and Professor Angelo Foriata. May God bless all of you and have a great day on your birthdays. That brings us to the Sports Center, which is brought to you by MTN. Switch to MTN's eSIM. Download my MTN app to go SIMless today. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. And Yomi Yogurt and Nourishing Choice DSTV, your home of entertainment. Now let me tell you about MTN. If you are heading to Kwo this Easter, and we know you are, MTN is right here with you from the 3rd to the 6th of April. Look out for the customer experience tents in Ogboming, in Imprayeso, in Nkwetia, in Abetifi, where the MTN customer service experience team will be on the ground. They are ready to sort you out with everything you need when it comes to MTN, so they can set you up on your phones for the MTN eSIM on the spot. No stress, no waiting. You just you activate and you're connected. So while everyone is settling in, you'll already be catching the vibes and living your best life in Kwo. So find MTN at the Kwo Easter festivities at their signature yellow branded MTN tents, and they'll be there waiting for you. Now, for over 130 years, Standard Chartered has been more than a bank. They've been a partner in progress, from helping establish Ghana's financial system to building businesses and connecting them to the world, and from helping generations grow and protect their wealth to powering innovation and helping communities thrive. Today, we stand on 130 years of heritage to power your ambitions and unlock opportunities. 130 years of expertise to drive cross-border connections that move businesses forward, support your financial and wealth aspirations, and to sustainably impact communities. As always, we believe we can achieve more by partnering together, and Standard Chartered is here for good. Aju,
good morning. How are you doing?
I'm very, very, very well. Waiting for the new coach. I've seen Dr. Likey showing that he's possibly one of the people being considered. Have you seen his video?
But the names you people they mentioned, yeah. Then if for throwing your hat into the ring.
Anyway, Aju, welcome.
Yeah. Good morning to you, Kojo. Today happens to be the birthday of Richie Denim, your friend Richie Denim of Wanderlust.
Balai.
Yeah.
Today's his birthday.
Yeah, today's his birthday.
So he shares his birthday with our friend Philip Ayesu.
Right.
So, Bra Balai, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to him. Had the pleasure of meeting him once during one of their media publicity works for that project, and great guy. Today is also the birthday of my elder sister, Mrs. Rose Adinura. She works at the Ghana Health Service. You're a wonderful woman with an amazing heart. May the Lord bless you and order your steps and pour out unimaginable favor unto you for the rest of your life. So, in fact, yesterday was your birthday, Mrs. Rose Adinura. So, belated happy birthday to you. Let's get into the Joy Sports Center now and start with the Black Stars of Ghana, of course. And we'll begin with the fallout from the sacking of the head coach Otuado, who just over 2 months to the start of the 2026 World Cup has been fired. The 50-year-old was fired on Monday, hours after a 2-1 defeat to Germany in a friendly in Stuttgart, which followed a 5-1 thrashing against Austria. His dismissal was confirmed after a crunch meeting involving the Sports Minister Kofi Adams, the GFA President Ketu Kreku, and of course Executive Council members. Now, Ketu Kreku has revealed that he listened to his team despite his own convictions about Otuado.
So first of all, I would say, without being proud, with all humility, that I'm a leader who is dynamic. I'm a leader who is honest to issues around me, and I'm a team player, which is most important. And I think that when leading the team, you may have your strong opinions about issues, but there are moments that you need to listen to the team for the greater good of our country. And at this moment, we thought it's Ghana first, and we have to go in a different direction. I've seen the group, I've seen the executive committee discuss the games that we have played, and I've also heard about our shared vision for the World Cup. and I thought that it was time for us to look at another direction.
GFA President Kojo Akoto Boateng, he was speaking to 3 Sports yesterday. One man seemingly appalled by Otuado's coaching decisions is the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin. He has described Otuado and his late substitutions against Germany as unpardonable.
This cannot be Ghana. I was actually surprised when I heard that the coach was asked. Yes, there are some mistakes he made. Being myself a football coach, I mean, you can't explain why left 1 minute you are making substitution. When you've been a goal down for quite a long time, and when it was visible that the center was not holding because people were tired and you had substitutes, you waited till the last minute. This is unpardonable. You only do that when you want to manage time and you are leading. When you are leading, you are winning. Then getting to the last minute, you manage time and use that to change and disorganize your opponent. So that by the time they get up, time is up and then you win. Me, I played football before. When you have a short striker in front, the first measure is the speed of that striker as against the defenders. Then you know how to spin the ball and which direction to spin the ball for that striker to go and pick. What happened yesterday is no coaching. I'm telling you.
Tactical Albert Summana Bagbin, the Speaker of Parliament, running the rule over Otuado's final game in charge as Black Stars boss. Meanwhile, the debate over who should replace Otuado has intensified since the sacking, with several names making the rounds. One of them is Kwesi Appiah, as well as former head coach of the Moroccan national team Walid Regragui and 2-time AFCON winner Hervé Renard. One man who knows a thing or two about said decisions is former GFA Vice President Fred Papu.
Well, I think the FA are there. We've all been seeing the performance of the team, and I'm sure they looked at the performance in recent times and then the way things are going. And I want to believe they took a good decision. The important thing is that they must quickly try and get a replacement to settle in to make sure the stars or the team gets ready for the World Cup. Nobody knows the future. In any case, the team only comes into camp for international friendlies 1 week before the friendly. And then for the tournament, it's 14 days. So it's not like the team will be there without a coach. A coach who will not take long to understand our system. Preferably a coach who knows the system already, who has a fair idea of the players, who can easily assimilate and then get running. That is very important. But at the end of the day, we should also look at our pockets. How much can we afford?
Former GFA President and former Chairman of the Black Stars Management Committee, Fred Papu. Some fans have also expressed their views on who should be the next Black Stars coach, including suggestions as wild as Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola.
For me, if it will be possible, we should go for Pep Guardiola because we are going to the World Cup. And look, when you mention Pep Guardiola, everybody say, it is not going to be possible. But what do you want me to say? I have to aim higher. Yes, and Pep coaching the Black Stars is a huge and it will take us far. That is my wish.
You wish Coach Otuado good luck. We will go continue other way. But this one, please, she will end it for here and go and continue to another place.
Otuado, ne pamono and an sakino is long overdue.
Oh, to me, no, a good decision because Ghana no obi oyare for obi other prison. Sabi obi kura oni baby dana oni baby tini kura pono na koma di blaster chi. Nti ye nyina no ye pe no betimi aboa blaster no ama sabi o akobo akwanim ama ye yanije.
It had some Ghanaians expressing their views on which coach should take the Black Stars of Ghana to the World Cup. Speaking of that tournament, Litina Travels is taking Team Ghana to the biggest football global event in the USA, Canada, and Mexico. The package Litina Travels is giving you is for $3,990 US. You can get to watch all 3 group stage games. They're giving you 3 official match tickets. Before that, they will facilitate your Canadian and US visa applications, put you on a return charter flight, top class hotel accommodation, travel insurance, and exclusive access to business networking events across all 3 host nations. And that's why you need to call them on 0244-260-789, 0244-260-789, or simply walk into the office at the Alicia Hotel Northridge and secure your spots on this once-in-a-lifetime journey. Still on the World Cup.
An in-swinging ball towards the near post, sneaks through, it's in! Axel Tuanzebe is broken through for DR Congo! 1-0 in extra time! DR Congo is going to the World Cup!
DR Congo became the 10th African country to qualify, ending a 52-year wait after Axel Tuanzebe's extra time goal gave them a 1-0 win over Jamaica in their continental playoff final in Mexico. Iraq also grabbed the last available place at the World Cup by beating Bolivia by 2-1, sealing their return to the finals after a 40-year absence. Meanwhile, four-time world champions Italy failed to qualify for a third World Cup in a row after a devastating penalty shootout defeat by Bosnia and Herzegovina. Victor Gyökeres thumped home an 88th minute winner as Sweden beat Poland by the odd goal in 5 to book their spots to the tournament or other tournaments. Czech Republic, meanwhile, have also clinched their place at the World Cup by beating Denmark by 3-1 on penalties. Away from that, the third edition of the Democracy Cup was officially launched on Tuesday at Parliament House in Accra. For the first time, the main ceremony will take place in Kumasi on August 30, with expanded activities aimed at making an even greater impact. Ademu Benin Abdul Karim reports.
The launch was attended by parliamentarians, sponsors, the ever-colourful Ghana Supporters Union, and former players. The event marked the official beginning of activities commemorating the third edition of the Democracy Cup. Deputy Minority Leader Patricia Appiah called for the Democracy Cup to be used as a tool to bridge gender inequality.
And as a woman in leadership, I'm particularly encouraged by the inclusive potential of this initiative. I urge that future editions actively incorporate women's teams.
Majority Chief Whip Roxanne Dafiamako lauded the competition's ability to connect the governed and the governors.
Most young people therefore see governance as distant, complex, and most times inaccessible. The Democracy Cup, therefore, is a well-calculated and thought-through intervention that seeks to bridge this gap.
In his address, Speaker Alban Bagwin revealed the introduction of a series of events and curtain raiser games to build up to the main ceremony.
After the Under-19 national tournament, which is meant to support youth talent development, we will go up to have the executive legislature football match. This is meant to produce institutional cohesion. Then we'll also have an all-women's football match to advance gender inclusion in sports.
The 2026 edition will be contested by Asante Kotoko and House of Folk at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. The two teams contested the maiden edition, with the Porcupine Warriors emerging victorious, while the Phobians edged rivals Great Olympics in the second edition.
That was Ademu Benin Abdul Karim's report. Kojo, I need to make a quick clarification because a friend just sent me a text asking about the Litina Travels ad that we did. What if they want a package outside of the 3990 that we're selling? Well, Litina Travels says that they have got airline seats for you for the World Cup. So if you have, for example, secured your Canadian and US visa or one of those, and you want a package for just the cost of airfare, you just want to be on the flight, you have your own match tickets, Litina says call them on 0244 260 789 and they will find an arrangement for you. They will have that conversation. If you only want match tickets and the airfare as well, because you've already have got your visa, you just want the match tickets to be on the flight and then the hotel as well, that conversation can also be had. All you need to do is call Litina or walk into their office at Alisa Hotel Northridge and then they'll have the conversation. So it's not a fixed schedule or a fixed package alone. Yes, if they are doing everything for you, that's $3,990. But if you've got your visa but want just the flights, you just want your match tickets and then the hotel, they will sort that. In fact, if you even have only your hotel and you want just the two, which is the flights and then the match tickets, Litina has that as well for you. So simply call them on 0244. No, the entire package is what is $3,990. But if you have some of those items already checked, like your visa or you already have your hotel or a place where you would sleep, but you just want to be on Litina's flight, and then for them to get you match tickets, they will sort that.
So you call 0244
260 789
0244 260 789,
or you could simply walk into her office at the Alisa Hotel, Northridge there, and then see the wonderful people she works with, and they will have that discussion with you.
Thank you, Achu, for bringing us the Sports Center. Coming up is Business Minute. Is brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts. But what has the president been saying about the fuel prices? What happened also in Parliament, the Public Accounts Committee? Someone is hot, but what happened?
What's your name? My name is Frank Oliver Kojo. Frank Oliver Kojo. Yes, sir. Which ministry or department do you work with now? Have you been transferred to? Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. I think you should be interdicted for how you carried out your function as Minister of Defense. We demand that, or you are not responding to the issues reasonably.
Members on the Public Accounts Committee are not happy with Mr. Podo and how he managed public business. The president has also been speaking about the fuel prices.
I don't know what came into the heads of Trump, Netanyahu, and all of them to start this war. But unfortunately, while the CD remains stable, if this had happened when the CD was at 17, we probably could not have been able to survive. But the good thing for us is that the CD remains stable, and so the push factor in the oil price buildup is not coming from the currency, because happily the currency is remaining stable. The push factor is coming from the price of crude oil and finished products.
It's coming up to 8. At 8, we bring you the Business Minute. Then I'll tell you more about what civil society organizations are saying. They are demanding MMDCs accused of illegally taxing equipment used in Galamsey operations to be punished. There's a lot more on that also coming up here on the Super Morning Show. Plus, what should we do? What preparations should we put in place as the major rainy season comes to avoid flooding and the loss of investments? A lot coming up, plus your messages as well on the show on 99.7 FM. And Business Minute is brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Electricals, the generator expert. More oil marketing companies are expected to start increasing fuel prices at the pumps from today. Based on industry data, petrol could be going up to hit more than 15 cedis per litre and diesel close to 17 Ghana cedis. The development has been influenced by rising prices of crude oil on the international market. Prices of airline tickets for local and international flights are expected to go up from this morning. This is due to the fact that the airlines are going ahead to implement government airport infrastructure charge. Utility tariffs are expected to be reduced from today. Electricity will go down by 4.81% and water will be reduced by 3.06%. And that's all for the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Electricals, the generator expert.
And Anointed, they are into sales of ultra-silent fuel-efficient diesel generating sets. The sizes range from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA, and they are at very, very competitive prices. If you buy a generator from Anointed, you enjoy a 5-year warranty. They also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets for you. And they offer you 24-hour emergency services, sale of spare parts, reliable rental services, professional advice, sales of tower lights and rental. And you can find their head office at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic lights. They also have 21 branches nationwide. They are into skills training. They have a training school that trains students on generators and plants, auto mechanics, electricals and controls, and solar installations. And they offer 80% hands-on training and 20% theory. So call them on 024 348 0334, 024 642 3534. Anointed, the generator experts. This message says, good morning, Joy FM. Please, I want to report an illegality going on at Oyibi on the Apollonia Road. A developer has started building on a waterway near where I sell. It's near Mr. Locha's restaurant. You can bring your news team to check to stop it, and I'll report to the assembly today. So if you know you're the developer building on waterways in Oyibi, please stop that, and we will come to check for you. This message says, Kojo, per the National Security Strategy of Ghana, the country is supposed to have 6 weeks strategic reserves for liquid fuel and gas, respectively. Can we tweak that national security strategy and extend it to say 6 months, 1 year, 2 years? I don't know, because look, we've been hit with COVID. The evergreen issue came. Russia-Ukraine war came. Iran, Israel-America war is here. You don't know when next another country is going to attack another one, or when another country is going to take the Red Sea or the Strait of Hormuz, or something is going to happen. So can we strategically store fuel for say 6 months, so that if things happen, we'll have a buffer to fall back on and not have to react immediately? The experts in the field, if you have any thoughts on that, please share with us. 05511119997. Happy 89th birthday to Mr. Jonathan Ni Aule Odonko, fondly known as Odonko Man, a former tutor at Accra Academy. This is from your former students and your friends. Ladona Ajiman Boahen, Chief Operations Officer, and Mr. Samalafote, the Customer Experience Manager, both at Glyco Life Insurance Company. You both celebrate your birthdays today. May God continue to bless you and inspire you for the Glyco brand and grant all your heart's desires. Happy birthday to the boss lady Elsie Apaoklu, the technical advisor to the Commissioner General of the GRA. May all your secret prayers be answered. You are deeply loved and appreciated, from Felicia. This message says, Kojo, a lot of appointees are sleeping on the job. The citizens must wake up. Kudos to the Joy FM team. Keep the pressure on. And talking about the Joy FM team, we aired a documentary on a tax for Galamsey. When the president met CSOs, he said he had heard the documentary and he commended the Joy team for the documentary. Now, CSOs are demanding metropolitan and municipal chief executives accused in that Galamsey documentary be punished. They insist that the alleged misconduct not only fuels environmental destruction, but also undermines the rule of law. We'll be bringing you more on this morning here on the show. And your big stories are brought to you by Telecel, connecting energies. Republic Bank, we are the one for you. Join the Republic verse. Do more, shine more, big up. And Hollard Insurance, we've got you covered. Cowbell Coffee as well, with you every moment. And you know that moment when the alarm rings and life is already asking questions. Campus, office, hassle, dreams, fuel prices. Those are the moments when you need something that helps you show up and keep going. That's why Cowbell Coffee stays with me every single moment. Whether you are grinding for that exam, pushing deadlines at work, or cooking up that next big idea, Cowbell Coffee gives you that creamy taste and rich coffee flavor to kickstart your day right, and you can enjoy it anytime, because success doesn't happen overnight. It's the little moments, the early mornings, the late nights, and through it all, Cowbell Coffee day with you. Cowbell Coffee with you every moment. And this advert is FDA approved.
Kojo, when it comes to sending money around, your money deserves the safest home. With Telecel Cash, you are protected every step of the way. No risks, no worries, no long stories, just peace of mind. So dial *110# or download the Telecel Play app now for safe, secure transactions. Telecel Cash, the safer choice. Send the keke.
And what if your bank helped you big up? That is Republic Bank, and they are welcoming you to the Republic Verse, where your money, your business, and your dreams level up. Own your dream home with Republic Bank mortgages. Grow faster with SME and corporate banking solutions. Run your daily finances smoothly with retail and commercial banking products. And build wealth with investments and trust management. And pay anywhere, anytime with Republic Visa credit or debit cards. Whether you are starting out, scaling up, or stepping into what's next, Republic Verse gives you the power to do more and shine brighter. So call them today. Toll free 0800 414 414. WhatsApp 0546 414 414 right now. And step into the Republic Verse. This is the Republic Verse. Do more, shine more, big up. Republic Bank, we are the one for you.
Well, are you looking for motor insurance that goes the extra mile? Hollad Insurance has something special for you this 2026, and you wouldn't want to miss out. Insure your car with Hollad and enjoy extra rewards. New customers get to drive away with free fuel vouchers when they sign up. Existing customers get exclusive gifts when they renew. Plus 247 free roadside assistance for everyone, so you are never stuck on the road. If you're ever stuck on the road, you know how frustrating it can be. Hollad is giving you a way out. That is value you can trust. Call 0800 444 999. Visit any Hollad office or speak to your broker today. Men slack it. Hollad Insurance, we've got you covered.
And your social media messages on the Spur Morning Show brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, number 10 liver salt, a refreshing relief. Provident Insurance, with Provident Man, you are covered. And if your money is controlling you, it's time to take charge. Get the EcoBank mobile app. It gives you power to command your money, to transact across 33 African countries and anywhere in the world. So look, download the EcoBank mobile app now on the App Store or Play Store. Command your money. And command also means paying attention to details. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, your OTP, your bank card, or your Ghana card details. When in doubt, call the EcoBank call center on 0800 003225. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. So on the tax for Galamsey, Felix Kwachofosu, who speaks for the government, says that it is not about targeting individuals, but ensuring the practice ends, and he's warning that future violations will be punished.
That tax is not specific to Galamsey. It is a tax on heavy equipment for mining. So those who do legitimate mining also pay that tax. So everybody who has heavy equipment operating in that jurisdiction pays that tax. The president says, okay, this thing has come to our attention. Now, henceforth, do not collect this tax and bring it to central government. Because the fundamental question you need to ask yourself, how can governments collect monies and turn around to punish those who collected the money for it? It will not make sense. So what you do is to stop the practice, issue clear guidelines, which if are breached, you then take action on. That is all that we have said.
Henceforth, do not collect this illegal tax and bring it to central government. But for collecting the illegal tax, are we going to punish the MMDCs involved? That's the big question for this morning. This and more coming up here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM.
Kuma has always dreamt of commanding his own military forces.
Attention! Eyes right, stand at ease.
Because that dream is still a vision in progress, he spends his time commanding his money with the EcoBank mobile app.
Operation Supplier Payment. Dispatch 1,000 units of currency from Accra to Benin. Move! Move!
Sometimes he wants a little extra control so that he can buy only what he needs.
Command Center mobile app. Activate virtual card protocol and initiate payment for sneakers and t-shirts. Abort mission for leather coat payment.
Even when the general is fast asleep, his standing order marches out to sort his bills. With the EcoBank mobile app, you can command your money to make safe transactions in Ghana and across 33 African countries. Download the EcoBank mobile app on the Play or App Store today.
By the left, about turn.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me.
Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat? I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
This Easter Monday, the biggest kids festival, Indomie Fest. It's making its second stop in Accra, and it's going to be epic. Get ready to turn up with your favorite Indomitables, Sweeney, Swifty, Big Boy, Vision, and Stretchy, with Crystal bringing the energy as your MC. Enjoy danceable live performances from Lasmin, Mr. Drew, Sister Fia, DGL Academy, and many more. Turn up with the whole family on the 6th of April for lots of exciting moments, giveaways, and yummy yummy Indomie. Yes, don't dull. Buy a ticket at 20 Ghana cedis, 3 at 50 Ghana cedis, and for a family of 6 at 100 Ghana cedis. Or simply dial *714 *57# or visit vtickets.com to grab yours. For inquiries, call 055-835-1819. See you at Good Park. Indomie tastes great.
You can't deny it when you taste it. The rich, creamy goodness of Cowbell coffee. Oh, one sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee. Taste it and you love it. It's a special feeling. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
Civil society has also led in environmental protection, climate advocacy, and the fight against illegal mining. Government is intensifying efforts to combat Galamsey, promote sustainable land and water use, and strengthen environmental governance. We look forward to closer collaboration in safeguarding our natural resources for future generations. Let me reaffirm that civil society is not an adversary of government. Indeed, you are partners in nation building. We'll continue to maintain open channels of engagement, institutionalize regular dialogue platforms like this one, and ensure that diverse voices inform our policy making. In this spirit, I'm pleased to note that Parliament passed the Governance Advisory Bill just last week. This marks a significant milestone in strengthening participatory governance. Many of you contributed meaningfully to its development during our engagement last year. This initiative also fulfills a key campaign promise to create a formal mechanism for continuous citizen and stakeholder input into governance. And I urge all CSOs to take full advantage of this framework and use it to strengthen accountability and policy outcomes.
Think about the future children.
That was the president addressing CSOs and also talking about Galamsey and related matters. And the spokesperson for the government, Felix Kwatiofosu, has also been speaking about Galamsey. And he says that it's not about targeting individuals but ensuring the practice ends, warning that future violations will be punished. This is in reaction to CSOs insisting that those who have misconducted themselves allegedly should be punished immediately. Let's listen to Felix.
That tax is not specific to Galamsey. It is a tax on heavy equipment for mining. So those who do legitimate mining also pay that tax. So everybody who has heavy equipment operating in that jurisdiction pays that tax. The president says, okay, this thing has come to our attention. Now, henceforth, do not collect this tax and bring it to central government. Because the fundamental question you need to ask yourself, how can government collect money and turn around to punish those who collected the money for it? It will not make sense. So what you do is to stop the practice, issue clear guidelines, which if are breached, you then take action on. That is all that we have said.
Engineer Ken Ashigbe is the convener of the Media Coalition Against Illegal Mining. Engineer, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Kojo. How are you?
I'm very well, sir. Good to know you are good. We've heard the president, we've heard Felix. Whilst a lot of us are demanding immediate action and punishment for MMDCs who oversaw this illegal tax, Felix says, let us caution them, let's put in place a new regime, and if they break the law again or the rules again, they are punished. What do you have to say to this?
I very respectfully disagree with Felix. You see, if you look and watch carefully the documentary that was done, the expose, you have the situation where this red man goes into the theater of illegality. He goes into places where illegality is going on and goes to go and extract what Felix wants to tell us is a tax on heavy-duty equipment. You heard the president himself talk about the fact that some funds are proscribed. They are illegal equipment. And so if any fund you find in any mining, it's doing illegal mining. And so if you then impose a tax on an illegal equipment, definitely it's just like akin to saying that you impose the tax on AK-47. And we know that any AK-47 who is not in the hands of the police or the military would be in the hands of somebody who is committing an illegality. And so the point we are making is that, one is the fact that you go into a place that an illegality is happening, that you at an assembly, you're supposed to be arresting the people there, the buffers, the water places, and all of that. You have not even asked to ascertain whether this particular person has a permit to mine, and then you go collecting money from the theater of a crime. And then you're collecting money also on an equipment that is prescribed, that is said is illegal. If you go into Act 995 and you look at Section 99 and 2, you are facilitating illegal mining, and it is a crime. That has some very severe sanctions. So, let's assume without admitting that some of them did not know, and so they collected money from an excavator, from an office. You saw one of the videos where the person went to register and paid. That can be separated from all the payments that have been collected from the previous regime, the MCs that are there, that are collecting money on cham funds and one leg. That's an illegality. Anybody that has gone into the theater of a crime to go and collect money as well is also committing a crime. And we're saying for those people, it cannot be said that it's because they did not know. And neither can they, be waiving the ignorance, the excuse as that, And so that should be punished, especially when we know how much government itself is spending, in trying to deal with it. When we know the impact, the number of lives that we're losing because of this activity, when you know the impact that is on our health, there are people in Kwenyaku and all of that, there are people in Takwa, the Bonsa River, all of that is gone. I went to Nyamfuri and Obuasi last week. If you see the state in which the offense is, then what our posture towards anybody who is negating the fight that the president and the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources are embarking on, we need to be frowning on it and not, treating it like the way we're treating. So I disagree, with saying that people who we saw in collecting money from illegal places and collecting money from equipment that are prescribed, it's because of ignorance.
So what do you expect the government to do? Just sack them and prosecute the people involved as well for aiding and abetting environmental destruction?
Yes, again, you see, when you look at the way when Parliament amended Act 703 and passed the Act 995, the reason was to take away the issue of discretion even from the judges, so that when the issues around illegal mining is concerned. In the same way, the executive, we should also take the discretion from the executive. So if there are any of these MCs and their cohorts who have sanctioned the collecting of money from cham funds, that's an illegality. If there's anybody who has also gone into the theater of a crime to go and collect money from anybody who has an excavator, who is doing illegal mining, that ought to be punished. Another example I give, the Tunnel North MC, they issue a receipt they call prospecting receipt or license or permit. Prospecting licenses can only be issued by the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. And so somebody like this, how can you then, you two did not know that, what a policy, that would go against the laws of our land in terms of who can issue a permit. So I think that this thing, we need to be treating it as the ecocide that we're dealing with. We need to be treating it as the existential threat that is, eating at us. And so, for me, I'm hoping that, again, fortunately for us, as the law says, there's no limitation of time when it comes to crime. So these DCs, MCs that might have fallen foul, those who had done it in the previous regime, the people who brought this very wrong policy, should be dealt with, because we know in this country that every law that goes against the Constitution is null and void and it's illegal. And so any policy that would have been brought that seems to take out the power of the Minister for Land, who's supposed to be giving prospecting license, that definitely is a wrong policy. And whoever is perpetuating that is carrying out an illegality. Now, and I think that it is important that the law takes its course.
Now, Engineer, based on what Felix has said, it looks like the government is not ready to sack them. So these MMDCs will continue to remain at post. what remedial action would you take, or would you advise CSOs and even multimedia to take? Should we then say we go to court and force the hand of the president?
So I think that maybe we need to bring to the attention of His Excellency the President and the Honorable Minister for Government Communications that for those people, the President himself was very clear on the day that some funds are proscribed. So anybody who is issuing a tax on an illegal equipment has definitely, found, sinned against our laws. Anybody who also like the Red who will go into one of those places. There was one of the gentlemen who said, they can video him and all of that. You can see where the gentleman was, where Red and his people came with pump action. The pump action should even go and find out from this Red whether he has a license to carry a pump action into those places that he took it to. And so we should separate the MCs that are issuing taxes or collecting taxes from heavy duty equipment that are used for legal mining. Those ones we should separate it from. But those who have been involved in this nefarious activities, including the Tano North MC, it has to be dealt with. And again, fortunately for us, the coalition has lawyers. Some of the lawyers are also the lawyers of multimedia, including Samson. So we need to look at all of that and see. The president has invited us to support in this particular fight. Some of it might mean definitely then going, if we disagree with positions that have been taken, letting the system that the Constitution prescribes, to be able to define who is wrong and who is right, because we all need to support this particular action. Because you're talking about that, there's a new action that I yesterday was proposing to the coalition that we need to do. That when I went to Obuasi, I saw a big truck, some park, and there were big containers that were taking fuel. And the people who are around them, if you see the way they are dressed and all of that, I then asked the attendant, these people, now, I'm sorry, I'm a galafo. So, one of the things that is actually fueling this illegality is fuel. So currently, government has done well by holding, restricting the importation of excavators into the country. So, and you find out that the Forestry Commission has also been able to take out a lot of the excavators in the forest. So you realize that the impact on the forest has really reduced significantly so far as the issues of the excavators are concerned. But unfortunately, there are over 7,000 excavators still in the system. And all of these things are being fueled. The chamfans are being fueled. The pumps are being fueled. And you go into some of these communities, the amount of vehicles that are in there, equipment that are in there, per capita compared to Accra is lower. But the density of fuel stations in these communities are so high. Why? Because they are all providing fuel to the Galamsey. So we are going to be petitioning His Excellency as well as the MPA. They need to start asking that for you to come to a place with such big tanks coming to buy fuel and all of that, you then might have to show that we're a legal small-scale miner, and then so that when they sell fuel to you, they can track it, so that we can prevent the fuel getting to the illegal small-scale miners.
So if we start the system of fuel, the illegal miners won't get fuel to operate.
Correct.
So if you take stock of the legal miners, we know their fuel consumption over a period. We give them specific fuel, and then we starve the others of fuel we can provide.
That is why you are where you are. You are sharp. Once you can starve them off that, you will find out that all the excavators in these illegal pits, all the chamfans, all the water pumps, the washing machines, they'll all come to a stop, and it will help the government. So I am urging my brother Ebiji Tamaku that this is something that the MPA should be able to do. We also ask the law-abiding OMCs that they also need to start looking at that and start taking some voluntary action, because we'll issue an RTI to the MPA and to be able to get fuel allocations into some of these communities, and we'll do the analysis and we'll share it on multimedia for people to see how we are fueling this Galamsey. And they have to support us by cutting that supply to these organized criminals.
This is a great strategy, because we know that all the BRVs they have trackers on them. So the NPA knows where every BRV goes every day. And we know the capacities of the BRVs. We know the capacities of the legal minex and the equipment. Your typical excavator will take 300 liters a day. So if they have this, that, we calculate, and then we know how to strategically deny fuel from getting into certain areas. This is really great. Engineer can achieve it.
I will do this work with you. With this work, me and you will do it. And then we will share
I nearly said bring money, but I can't say bring money. This is public service. Engineer, thank you so much for joining us. We will try to get Erastus Asaridonko on the line to also talk to us on the show to give us an update whether we are seeing improvement in the various Galamsey areas here on the show. It's coming up to 8:30. Kweku,
Kojo,
we've heard the president, we've heard Felix, we've heard Ken.
This Galamsey thing is one of the things that I obviously can't seem to wrap my head around. This is a law enforcement issue, basically. Okay, this is the government simply saying that there's a particular crime that we are not willing to confront and deal with as much as we do any other thing. Okay, and this is one of the crimes that, in fact, impacts the rest of us in incredible ways. The kind of struggles people are going through. You see the water, the turbidity, how terrible our water is getting. And then we are doing this so much so that equipment that we know is actually being used for illegal mining, we go there and we collect our tax on it and say, okay, well, you can go ahead and do whatever you want. And then at the end of the day, we are not willing to actually punish those who are involved, because the people who are collecting these so-called taxes on this illegal mining equipment, they know exactly what this mine. I mean, those of us who live in Accra and elsewhere can be obtuse about it, but if you go to the mining communities, they know everyone doing illegal mining. They know where the sites are, and so they know exactly what money they are taking. And so you demand some action on that. So if you are simply saying, oh, these guys, it's okay, let them go and enjoy themselves, and now don't charge again, and then if you charge later, we'll come and punish you. I mean, it does not signal a certain level of interest and accountability.
Because they were oriented before they got into office. So they know what they can do and what they cannot
just
do.
Like
they know the illegal.
I mean, imagine you say
somebody handed over to them.
Yeah, some people are doing armed robbery in some corner. So we go and we take our tax from the monies they've stolen. That is where we are. And I think people think because we've normalized illegal mining to a certain extent, people feel like it's normal. So we don't think of it as the crime that it is. And so that is why people think it's okay to actually go to an illegal mining site and go and collect tax on illegal mining equipment and go away. But if you say, oh, it is akin to going to collect tax from armed robbers, people think like you are in a stretch. But it's the same thing, because these are two crimes on different levels that we are collecting tax from. So I would have thought that we would have made like something out of this situation, so that it will signal to all others that we are committed to doing this. I don't feel that kind of commitment, honestly.
Let's bring Erastus Asaridonko into this conversation. Kweku, good morning.
Good morning, Kojo.
Charlie, it's been ages since we spoke. How are you, Kweku?
I'm good, my brother. You are making waves.
How is your Chrome?
I like your business acumen.
Erastus Kweku Asaridonko. We used to share the same studio.
Oh, really? In the
No, Kwasi. We've done some before. And Erastus has been a man putting his life at risk, going into the bush, following Galamsey, bringing us all the updates. Erastus, what's the current situation when it comes to the fight against Galamsey? Are you seeing any improvements?
First of all, thank you very much. Let me start from the president's comment on tax for Galamsey. Let me put it in proper perspective, paint a picture for you. What we are talking about a machine whose sole duty is to pollute a water source. There's no other use for that machine. Now, the place where we focused our investigation on, Amman Central, go to that community and find out the nature of major rivers like Oda, Ofin, and ask what is the major polluting factor. It's the Shamfan and One Leg.
And I tell you, when you go to Abumbe, Abesia, there are hundreds of them sitting on the offing. The offing is dead because of Shamfan operations in the area. So we are talking about a machine that its sole duty is to pollute water sources. Many farmers in the communities in Amasia Central have stopped farming completely because they can no longer carry water across 7 miles from a borehole in the town to the farm. Meanwhile, the major Oda and Ofin rivers are close to their farms. This is what we're talking about. And you have an assembly, a DCE, who knows very well what the Shamfan machines are doing and decides to set up a task force. And the task force decides that we are giving you a sticker, go and police the water. When we come, we will not arrest you because you have a sticker. That is not an assembly not knowing what they are doing. That is an assembly that is deliberately institutionalizing crime at the local level. So it's like the president says, I'm fighting Galamsey, I'm trying to protect our lands, I'm trying to stop the pollution of our rivers. And then his appointees are sitting at the district level and they are institutionalizing the very crime that he seeks to fight. And then he comes back and says, oh, I'm going to train this person who deliberately knew that people were polluting the water source and he gave them the chance, the opportunity to pollute the water source. Let me give you an example. Some farmers came from Amasia Central to our newsroom. They traveled all the way from Amasia Central, came to our newsroom and said that we no longer have the water source to farm. We do not have food to eat. We do not know where to go, what job to do. Come and train it. Let the president know so he can do something about it for me. What were they complaining about? Shamfan machine sitting on the Ofin River. And this is the DC who knows very well what he's doing. He knows the crime he's committing. And the president says, we're going to train you for committing a crime. Seriously. And you see, that impunity, it gives rise to helplessness of the local citizens. Now, all the farmers in that area can no longer talk about a DCE when he's doing something in that area. It is going to create an impunity that nobody can stop. Already, the police don't care. And I'm saying it boldly. The police in Amasia Central, in other areas, they don't care. When the farmers report cases of people taking over their farms, polluting their water sources to them, they do nothing. And this is an assembly that has endorsed this practice, and the president is saying, I'm not doing anything about you. It creates that impunity. Let me go to Tanonoff. The assembly decided to give, you see, craftily, decided to give business permits to certain people. And on the business permit, they wrote prospecting. Which business is prospecting? And they are using that to mine. You see, that is somebody deliberately using his mind in a crafty manner to try to put all of us in a bad situation, in a danger. And the president says, go ahead. Now we are seeing Upper Denchira East, Bunkwao. Go and look at Bunkwao. Look at the town and how the illegal mining has devastated all their lands. There are things that runs through Bunkwao. It's an eyesore. And then the assembly decides that they are going to tax excavators being used to degrade lands illegally, being used to commit nature crimes, 10,000 Ghana cedis per excavator. Whether you are using it for illegality or you are using it for whatever purpose, they don't care. And the president decides to sit idle. I am scandalized. Seriously. Because if you are wasting money on NIMOS, going about seizing the same champagne machines that people are endorsing and allowing to pollute our water bodies and taking money for it, if you are seizing the same champagne machines and burning them in Nzima, on the Ankobra and on the Pra, why are you not punishing the person who is now legalizing that same thing that Namos is fighting? It doesn't make sense. Seriously, it doesn't make sense. And we should get serious.
So, Kweku, if we look at the various hotspots that you've worked on, are we seeing improvements in some of the areas?
I have said it time and time and again. You see, my duty is to report what is happening on the ground. We bash and again we commend. In the forest reserves, we have done well. We've been able to bring certain key areas under control. And I must commend the government for it. If we keep doing it and we sort of equip the Forestry Commission and provide them with the necessary weapons and logistics, they will be able to sustain that gain for a very long time. Now, when you go to the waterfront, that is where the problem is. Yes, Namos has been doing fantastic in the Nzima East areas. On the Ankobra specifically, they spend quite a lot of time. If you look at the number of champagne machines they are burning, and I have suggested to them and they've taken it, that when we destroy the champagne machine, we shouldn't leave it in the river. Because they come back, they fit another motor, and they continue.
Yeah.
And so currently, they are trying to pull those champagne machines out of the river. It's a huge, expensive job. But we have the PRA. They've not been able to do a lot of work on the PRA because of lack of logistics and money. They've not been able to work on the BIA. The BIA in Sehujaboso, Mafia area, there are still champagne machines and excavators working along the BIA. The Brim, the Ayensu, the Butre, the Ashire, the Ofing, or that, there are still champagne machines sitting on them. So you see, when you look at the fact that all this while we've been concentrating on Ankobra, and all the other major rivers are still having champagne machines and people polluting it, then we are scratching the surface. When you go to mining and settlements, it's also a big problem now. Every town that is laden with gold, we've seen a lot of illegal mining in homes, in settlements, by roadsides, major roads. So, Kojo, we are scratching the surface. Yes, government is doing something. It is minimal compared to the problem that we have on the ground. And when the president talks about some of these things in such a manner, it emboldens people at the local level to continue perpetrating the crime that we are supposed to fight.
Erastus, thank you very much for joining us this morning with the update. Erastus Asaridonko, great guy. You know, personally, I've known Erastus for about 20 years. And Erastus used to be a very happy person. Yeah. Now, because of Galamsey, he's always lamenting, he's always... And look, Erastus was like the joy to listen to on radio because he would make you happy. He'll bring you the news. He had these lovely shows, but his commitment to Galamsey is making him... what was the name for somebody who is always like
frustrated? I mean, that is the thing with the Galamsey thing.
Yeah.
All of us talk, and at some point you just resign. Because look at the kind of things Erastus and Co do. The risk they face going into the bushes, colleagues like Nana Boachi Yadom, Clinton Yeboah, young guys, full lives ahead of them, going into places that can literally end their lives. They go there, they tell the story, they come out, and then we just treat it like any news story. We move on. So it is frustrating to continue to talk about the same thing and then nothing gets done.
Yeah.
Because this Galamsey thing, we are getting to a place of no return. We are getting to a place of no return. Recently, there was a student from Belgium that came to interview me about legal mining. And she went to Takwa herself.
Yeah.
And what she saw there, she was like, how can a country allow something like this to go on and then pretend every day that we are fighting it? just because someone thinks if I do this, I will lose some votes here and there. So we should all die because people want to rule. These are people who want everybody to die so that they can even rule over the ashes.
Yeah.
They are comfortable with that. We cannot continue like that. We need serious action, and people must see that if certain people in the district assembly are literally allowing illegal mining to go on by taxing equipment that they know obviously are being used for illegal mining. Look at Osino. There was illegal mining happening behind the police station. Can you imagine the thought of it? That illegal mining is happening behind the police station. Police people go to work every day. They see them. We know for a fact that people that we send to the forest, soldiers, some of them turn around, they go there in the morning, take their job money and go. And then in the evening they go back and take their share. So allow them to go on. So at some point, a lot of people will resign, will think, okay, well, if the people, because me and you, we can't do much about this.
We
the
can
best
do
we
a
can
lot.
do
We
is to
can
come and
talk
talk
about
about
it every
it.
morning.
That's it.
Yes.
But if you talk about it every morning, and the government that has the coercive power of the state will not go in there and use that coercive power of the state to deal with it, at some point, this will sound, because even the listeners will go, oh, but they are not Galamsey, because they get tired.
There are a few things that have come up, and I love the fact that when we spoke to Engineer Ken Ashibe, he gave us that fuel tracking idea. If we're able to do that and a few other things, we should be able to fight Galamsey. I personally think that the state of Ghana has been we've been very poor. It's like there's no intelligence in fighting Galamsey, and I'll tell you why. In my work, whether construction or agriculture, we use a lot of satellite imagery to do stuff, right? There was a point in this country, the state will tell you they didn't know where the Galamseyers were farming, were mining. So today you go here and tomorrow they've moved there. And look at what I've opened on my phone.
Yeah.
What is this?
Planet pricing.
If the state of Ghana doesn't have any satellites in space or anything, there are a lot of commercial satellite companies. We can sign up and get daily satellite updates. Daily and insights.
You get to know where exactly the illegal mining is.
So I've gone to planet.com, and people who know better should call in and tell me meboa. Okay? And I'm signing up to one of the packages, which gives me access to hundreds of satellites, 3.7 meter pixel size image. So this is good high quality images. Near daily capture frequency with 8 spectral bands. So we can go through spectrum to do analysis of different things. Okay. And I selected the highest area to be covered, which is 300 square meters. And the annual subscription is 55,900. Now, Erastus spoke about the Amancia Central Constituent District, which is about 700 square meters. Yeah. So if I want to pay and actually have daily satellite images on the Amancia Central District, I can then talk to Planet and get the enterprise solution. Now, if 300 square meters is $55,000 a year for annual subscription, for the whole Amancia Central, let's say we are paying $120,000 a year, which is 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Yeah. Okay. We find money to do all sorts of
things,
unnecessary things in this country. And we can partner a lot of these institutions and actually get access to some of these services. We can partner other governments who have satellites across. We can partner other intelligence agencies and get you find where the problem is. Yeah. You locate, then you strategize as to how to deal with it. So the state of Ghana has been very poor. Look, you put people out there to go and work and you don't resource them.
Yeah.
The NIMOS, the security agencies that we put there under stop Galamsey now, whatever, you don't resource them appropriately. How do you expect them to work? You have a Navy unit whose responsibility per the constitutions and the law of the country is to police our water bodies, inland water bodies. Go and ask if they have even 10 boats that can do the work. Go to the Navy and ask them whether they have proper boats, like proper. They are putting boats on the black water, white water, red water, Offin, Kano.
We have a whole marine police. The same problem.
Yeah. So, but we will have money to do unnecessary things. Like we want to take 800 Ghanaians to the US to go and see the World Cup and spend $7.9 million to let them enjoy the World Cup, which is 85 million Ghana cedis.
We'll do it without batting an eyelid.
So I think that the president has spoken, but Mr. President, unfortunately, I don't think the sense of urgency we need to fight the Galamsey, that's the sense of urgency you are applying, and that's what you are telling us. I may be wrong. So if you are listening to us and you think that the sense of urgency we need to deal with this, and the kind of resources, the intelligence we must apply to our national problems, including Galamsey, if you think we are applying it, give us a call later and tell us. If you think we are not applying it, based on your own experiences and your knowledge, call into the show and tell us. Mr. President, I think we should do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And look, sometimes some of you sit in your offices and you have a lot of information, a lot of data, and a lot of insight. But you remove yourself from these conversations. Please add yourself to this conversation.
Because this morning, if you don't get water through your taps, it's because the Ghana Water Company Limited has closed certain places because they are unable to treat water.
And if you go to the hospital tomorrow and you have cancer and all sorts of things, you are eating contemporary from Konongo.
Yeah. Which is heavy mining going on there.
I think we need a better sense of... And Felix, I'm sorry, you cannot tell me that somebody who has been appointed as an MMD CEO, right? Yeah. The person went into office. Number one, he will have access to handing over notes from the previous DCE. Number two, you have access to medium-term development plans. You have access to composite budgets. You have access to reports. You have access to intelligence. Yeah. And these people, aside everything, they go to collect money from people doing illegal things. Like they are taxing armed robbers for using AK-47s to kill us. And you say, Yamfanesa, we will reorient them and we will put in place better strategies. And when they do it again, so when they kill me now, will you tell me you will save me and reorient my life, and so that when I die again, we solve the problem? What are you saying, Felix? Let's go for a break. When we come back, we will activate the phone lines for you to join us, and then we'll delve deeper into these issues. Galamsey is still here. It's not going anywhere. And if my relationship with Erastus is anything to go by, we have turned Erastus from a happy-go-lucky, lovely gentleman into a lamenter of Galamsey, chief town crier when it comes to Galamsey. Why? And why are we not solving this problem with all the resources at our disposal and the intelligence? Or Ghana, we are not as intelligent. Our institutions are not as intelligent. National security, we are not as intelligent. We are not as intelligent. Why? We'll be right back.
There are many reasons to connect, and it's all to put smiles on the faces of those you love.
Daddy, thanks for the tea cash, okay? I love you.
That's my daughter, Angela.
Meba Kojo, I sure why? Tea cash naba. No papa ina dawasi.
Caring for my parents, that's my duty. I also get to pay my utility bills easily with Telecel Cash. And to the suppliers at my shop,
hello sir, Telecel Cash payment received right on time. Thank you.
I get to make them smile because I can pay to my suppliers' merchant numbers, even on other networks directly. My dear ones,
we keep the connection stronger when our family, friends, and business relations are happy. Live on cash, enjoy convenience, and make those who matter smile when you send them money with Telecel Cash.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Mr. Kojo, 1 minute before you go to work. The AC you said you want to fix, it won't work.
Why?
Because the electrician will come and chisel my wall. It will make my building weak. Wait, is that a puppy? No animals in my house, oh.
Kojo knows all the challenges about renting. That was his reality until he discovered Republic Bank. With Republic Bank's flexible mortgage solutions, you can move from tenant to homeowner quickly. Imagine stepping into your own home, a place for your family to grow and create memories. Big up. Join the Republic Verse. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
This Easter Monday, the biggest kids festival, Indomie Fest. It's making its second stop in Accra, and it's going to be epic. Get ready to turn up with your favorite Indomitables: Sweeney, Swifty, Big Boy, Vision, and Stretchy, with Crystal bringing the energy as your MC. Enjoy danceable live performances from Lasmin, Mr. Drew, Sistefia, DGL Academy, and many more. Turn up with the whole family on the 6th of April for lots of exciting moments, giveaways, and yummy Indomie. Yes, don't dull. Buy a ticket at 20 Ghana cedis, 3 at 50 Ghana cedis, and for a family of 6 at 100 Ghana cedis. Or simply dial *714 *57# or visit vtickets.com to grab yours. For inquiries, call 055-835-1819. See you at Good Park. Indomie tastes great.
You can't deny it when you taste it.
big days, and the seemingly ordinary creamy cowbell coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
Do you want to remain productive and competitive in your business? Then I am happy to remind you that Anointed Engineering Services Limited is still here to serve. We provide homes, offices, and institutions with ultra-silent, reliable, and fuel-efficient diesel generating sets with sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA at unbeatable prices. You also enjoy a 5-year warranty. Anointed Engineering is noted for unwavering 24-hour after-sale emergency service, rental and sale of tire lights and genuine spare parts, undertake repair and maintenance of all diesel generators, and buy back used generators. Sign up today at our training school and gain hands-on experience from our team of professionals on generators, plants, auto mechanics, electricals, controls, and solar installations. Anointed Engineering has 21 branches nationwide. Locate us at East Legon, 26 Boundary Road, close to the AH Hotel. Call us on 024-642-3534 or 024-348-0334. Locate our head office in Accra at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
This Easter Monday, the biggest kids festival, Indomie Fest. It's making its second stop in Accra, and it's going to be epic. Get ready to turn up with your favorite Indomitables, Sweeney, Swifty, Big Boy, Vision, and Stretchy, with Crystal bringing the energy as your MC. Enjoy danceable live performances from Lastman, Mr. Drew, Sister Fia, DGL Academy, and many more. Turn up with the whole family on the 6th of April for lots of exciting moments, giveaways, and yummy Indomie. Yes, don't dull. Buy a ticket at 20 Ghana cedis, 3 at 50 Ghana cedis, and for a family of 6 at 100 Ghana cedis. Or simply dial *714*57# or visit vtickets.com to grab yours. For inquiries, call 055-835-1819. See you at Good Park. Indomie tastes great.
Enra regional minister ne meba jina pomba eno mu se na na epacho ya kan de wokrata no so me se ma preso me kan na enti sa no mnim se bia me kan se fufuro bia eden kakra Galamsey ya ye kan nyina dem ha me chemu ye ne ye chemu se me ya yi wo ha ne chemu miensa emu be 30% ni mo ma ye Galamsey ni nyina o ma be ye Galamsey ade ba ko se nanan mo ne twa asase ne maaye o kan no ye nim ha no mo kan na na bia o to bia wo twa asase o de ye Galamsey bia wo so wa ubu an fo se wa ye bone uko krom na sampa so de asase amase enye Galamsey na ate ho na hini be na wudie ye bone.
And the people you are talking to are aware. It's not that they are not aware. They are aware that you are some of you are participating in it. So please, first desist from doing it yourself. Don't go to them for the money for your campaigns. Don't go to solicit their votes. Let them see you work. Truly, it's a disgrace that we've gone to this far. Look at the water. Horrible.
That tax is not specific to Galamsey. It is a tax on heavy equipment for mining. So those who do legitimate mining also pay that tax. So everybody who has heavy equipment operating in that jurisdiction pays that tax. The president says, okay, this thing has come to attention. Now, henceforth, do not collect this tax and bring it to central government. Because the fundamental question you need to ask yourself, how can governments collect monies and turn around to punish those who collected the money for it? It will not make sense. So what you do is to stop the practice, issue clear guidelines, which if are breached, you then take action on. That is all that we have said.
What is happening is that very soon we will see human beings walking, but the person is not a whole human being, but rather partial human being. That is half a human being, because the brain might have been affected, the kidneys are affected, the liver is affected, the brain is, like I said, is affected, the liver affected, the kidneys are affected, and in fact, all other reproductive organs, especially if you are a man, your sperms would have been affected, because these heavy metals find their way also also into the very thing that causes us to even continue to reproduce. And then the women also have their gonads. I'm talking about the ovaries, and then their reproductive organs are also going to be affected.
Think about the future children. Mankind wicked and wise. Destroying generation now. Anyway. Cyanide and mercury in the water. They let this poisoning the water. The farmlands are chemicalized and I don't know what to do. And this is because of illegal mining and cocoa production declining, deforestation and rising of violent crime every day. Well, many men shall die because of the greedy of another man, yeah. Worldwide, many men shall die because of the greedy of another man, yeah. Nations, many men shall die because of the greedy of another man, yeah. The nation, many men shall die because of the greedy of another man.
Many people are dying because of the greed of other people, especially our leaders who are not taking action. This is music from Stone Boy. The title of the song is Greedy Men, bringing us to, it's coming up to 9 o'clock on the Super Morning Show. Let me tell you some personal stories before I open the phone lines. So Erastus mentioned Tano North when he was speaking, and he mentioned Amancia Central and Nzima East. And I sort of have a relationship with all these districts. Tano North, you go through Dwyer and Kwanta, then, you know, all the towns, Abisim, then you get to Sunyani. When I was a kid, all my vacations were spent in Tra. So my mom would take us to Tra to go and spend time with my uncles. And there was a day we were returning from Tra and we got to the Tano River. And, you know, boys, I was a kid. The vehicle had broken down. And so we were waiting outside the vehicle for them to fix it. And I saw some kids swimming in the Tano River. So I sort of found myself swimming with them. I don't know what pulled me in. But I mean, I found myself swimming with those kids in my attire. In fact, I was so unwise to wear the same attire I was wearing, and I swam with them. So the vehicle was fixed, the people were ready to go, and I was nowhere to be found. So my mother, as usual, called the other people on the vehicle. They combed around and they found me swimming with the kids in the Tano River. Charlie, the way my mother beat me that day, she beat me. I even forgot her own name. Now, this is me in my grown age. 2 weeks ago, I went to Sunyani, Tra, went to Techiman and Kranza, and I couldn't even look at the Tano River twice because it doesn't look like the Tano River I swam in, the Tano River I was beaten for. So my child cannot experience the same Tano River I experienced when I was young, and I'm not 40 years yet. So you get it? Just within a few decades, a Tano River I could swim in, I will not dare swim in now, and I will not allow my child to swim in. Jacobu, if you want plantain to eat, go to the Jacobu area. But would you want to eat plantain and other things from Jacobu? Palm oil palm and related stuff? There is my area too, you know. So there's a lot happening and we need to take action. And this morning, I really want to hear from you. 055-1111-997 and 0302-216541. Give me a call. What power do you think we should do to fix Galamsey? And do you think the president is really prioritizing this based on all the reports we've shared with you and based on what you've also seen for yourself? Give us a call here on the Super Morning Show. We'll be happy to hear from you on the show. 055-1111-997 and 0302-216541. I have Edem on the line. Edem is from the Ketu South district. Edem, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
F1.
Yeah,
Mefo. Welcome to the Super Morning Show, Edem.
Is that?
Welcome to the show. Please go ahead.
Oh, okay. The same, let me say, illegal Galamsey has been a canker in the history of Ghana. In our generation now, it has been an impurity. Right now, when you come to Ketu Galamsey is finally winning. They have destroyed all the vigilance. Even we, the citizens of Eko, concerned youth, we wrote letters upon letters. We stopped them several times. Right now, the community and then the chiefs, or some of the community members, even the chief, some of them, the MCE also collaborated with them, and they are doing such impunity. We called the regional minister, Mr. Gunu, the MCE, even our MP, Jifago Mashi, we involved her. Let me tell you, the laws are no more working, and they are even threatening us that if you go to the pit, they kill you. It is not their concern. You have spoke a lot about Galamsey issue. Ghana, the laws are not working. If we, the generation of today, do not stand to defend our land, tomorrow we have no place to raise our children. So thank you people so much for what you people are doing. We wish you all the best.
Thank you, Adam from Ketu South. You can also call 0302-21654-055-1111-997. And Adam just mentioned sand winning, which is one of my biggest problems. Concrete is the most used material in the world after water. And concrete is made of water, sand, cement, and stones. Now, the illegal sand winning going on in this country is crazy. The illegals, in fact, on the 10th of January 2022, I wrote this about illegal sand winning. And when I did a back of the envelope calculation, we are doing over $700 million in value when it comes to sand winning. And the illegal component is so big. What can we do about it? Adam, thank you for bringing this up. It's a topic we will look into in detail here on the show. Ni Inosu, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
You're live on the show. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. It looks like we are not getting anywhere on this Galamsey issue, because it looks like it's a fair share of whatever is happening in this our present day. In other countries, the genocide is like civil wars, is like killing people, this, how do we call it, terrorism and other stuff. But when you come to Ghana here, you don't see those things. It's not that common, right? So I want to think our leaders, that's what they could become each other if you put the common thing to the whole thing. But it looks like we are not getting anywhere. We keep complaining. This person will say this, this person will say that. Resource people will come and go. I can't see also for things about politicians will say, I think they are not even aware of what is going on. So, me personally, that's what I think. It's our fair share of whatever other countries are experiencing. So we have peace in Ghana, but we are paying for it in a different way. Okay.
Okay, Ni, thank you. I don't really understand the point you are trying to make. That we have peace in Ghana, so Galamsey, it's our problem. We need. If that is what you meant, I disagree with you. We can have a perfect system. We can have a perfect country. All right. So you can also call 0302-221-654-1055-1111-997, and to give you more perspective on Adam's problem of sand winning. If you go to Nsawam, for example, a lot of farmers have lost their farmlands. They've lost their farmlands because sand winning is ongoing, and we are taking a lot of aggregate from their lands. We need to work on that. Claude, welcome to the show.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm very well, sir. I hope you are well too.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I think I've called once or twice on this Galamsey issue, and I think we need to have a policy direction on what form of mining we have to do. The challenge is not about the Galamsey, but it's about surface mining. And, the extensiveness of what they are doing is the problem. So if government can look at it, maybe some areas you have to do underground mining. I watched a documentary on Côte d'Ivoire. Their small-scale mining, they had done the pits. They had lined it with wood and they were going deep. And they said that there's much more gold when you go deeper. But here we have allowed them destroy water bodies, destroy timber. If you go to Timber Market, they are now bringing imported wood. So I'm wondering how come Ghana, one of our resources was timber. Now we are importing wood. We are here, we are importing water. And the government, I don't know. I just don't know. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Claude, for your comments. On timber, the Ghana Lumbers Association have had to travel to Guyana before with the hope of getting commercial lumber from Guyana to come and work with in Ghana. This was about 6 or 7 years ago. I need to follow up on this to see where they got to. So, Claude, you are right. Timber is also a problem because of Galamsey, and we are unable to help our forests recover and give us more of that resource. Ni is in Tema, so Ni number 2 for the morning. Ni, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. You know, this Galamsey problem, it can be solved easily. I was working with a Dutch River commander at the Tema port. When he wants the thing done, where he needs the result, that's where he stands, from morning to evening. That's why I told you they have to relocate the CDS, the next in command, to where the river empties into the sea. And it's better we fly going over the river. Wherever there's a problem, the men with helicopter, they go in there and get the people out of the water. What are they saying? So they mean the Dutch captain, our CDS, he's more competent as next in command after the CDS. Thank you.
Ni is very angry. Ni, please drink some water. Cool down, okay? Ni, cool down. Get some otinshino and drink, okay? 055-1111-997 030-221-6541. So if you go to the Amasaman area, you go to Amrahia, they've stopped the sun winning. When I moved there about 4 or 5 years ago, at dawn you see trucks coming and just excavate sand from people's plots. So there are certain portions of Amrahia, when you go there, the buildings are hanging buildings. So sand winning is a very, very big problem, and it will be interesting to know the position of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources on it, what work they've done on it, and how they intend to ensure that we stop that. Now Bishop is in Asante Mampo. Bishop, good morning.
Yes, Kojo, how are you?
I'm very well. I was at Imprim last week. I went to eat the fufu at that Imprim joint last week. Yes.
Where the polychank is?
Yes. where the meat, they put it on sticks like chinchinga.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Bishop.
That's how you can. You let me know.
I will let you know.
Kojo, I heard the president with the civil society that day. If you remember, the president was praising people from voters that there's no Galamsey there. But the first caller is saying there's Galamsey right in voters. I'm sure people are giving him the information and not giving him the right information. Because even when this party was in opposition, he knew there was Galamsey in voters. But that the way he was talking about praising them, well, I know they are clean, environment, they are clean. But he rightly mentioned, if I'm not mistaken, I stand to be corrected, that there's no Galamsey in voters. But there is. So please, Galamsey, how do we do away with this? Ghanaians, our mindset. You remember some time ago, the Chinese ambassador, some were accusing Chinese of destroying our land. That the Chinese, they don't know our country, the environment. They don't know the geography of the country. It is our own people who lead them in this forest areas and water bodies to mine. How can we do this? I think we should have a bold step, and we shouldn't favor anybody. The law should cover everybody, not because this law is party A or party B, or when the previous government were there people were doing it, so we have to also do it, and the rest. No, we're spoiling the country. Could you let the last thing, if you remember, Joy, multimedia made a documentary some time ago when they went on air in helicopter, and the documentary was that Ghana was being raped left, right, center, blood oozing out of his body, and this was illegal mining that time. I remember about 15 years ago or 12 years ago, that documentary. If people can play that documentary back to us, we are harming our country, and we are giving ourselves privileges, and we say we have kidney problems, liver problems, we are eating contemporary cassava and the rest. All the cyanide and chemicals are in from illegal mining. I weep for the country. Thank you.
Thank you, Bishop from Asante Mampong. We'll take a final caller on the show. 0302221654105511111997. So when you talk about Galamsey in the context of mining, not just gold, but including sand, rocks, everything, it's happening across the country, everywhere. Now, my late friend Frederick called Jonah, who used to be at the UCC and had the Seafront Environmental NGO, he did some studies in the central region, and the result was that we were losing about 1 meter of our coastline every year due to sand winning. And in some areas along our coastlines, we're recording as much as 60,000 tipper trucks a year fetching sand from our beaches. This morning on the 6 a.m. news, we had a story that had one of the traditional priests in one of the coastal communities in Accra saying that now the sea has eroded the beach so much so that the shrine, which was inland when they were young, now the shrine is on the verge of collapse because the sea is going to wash it away. It's a big problem. Blue Skies in Isaham lost 100 acres of pineapple farms due to sand winning. Do you know what 100 acres of pineapple is? It's a lot of money, so it's a big problem. Yaya in Tamale, you are our last caller. Yaya, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yade.
Thank you for the opportunity given me.
Thank you for calling
us. Greet you, good morning, and greet all Ghanaians, good morning.
I respond on behalf of all Ghanaians, Yaya.
In fact, thank you for the opportunity. Boss, I want to also highlight more on the Galamsey issue. I don't know. Unless all Ghanaians come together before we can fight this Galamsey once and for all, we can't leave it for government alone to fight it. What must say so? Let's involve the chief, opinion leaders, those who own the land. But if I'm a chief and somebody is doing Galamsey in my distance, I have the right to stop the person. But if that's not there, and we just leave it for government alone, the government also fear the chief to go there to intervene the chief land in case somebody is doing something else. You can talk. But I hope this government is a listening government. It's going to reset the country. So it's going to reset the Galamsey side too. So that those who are doing the illegal and collection and those things, which is not going right at the illegal collection, they'll correct their mistake and follow what rules and regulations follow in this country. But I learned that, in fact, a lot of resources have been put to fight this Galamsey, but we are not getting the results. What are we going to do as a Ghanaian? So I don't know whether the Forest Commission are not having more workers to protect this forest for us, or what are we going to do? So I will fight for this Galamsey once and for all. So it is time for government to also sit down with the minister there, Minister of Land or Minister of Environment, to come up with the ideas so that all Ghanaians will take it as a weapon. So we'll fight for this once and for all. Other than that, the water body is not all that good enough for us to be drinking. So I'm appealing to the government. It's a listening government. As far as it's there, Ghanaians are giving the mandate to him to do something justice for us. And he told us that he's going to fight it once and for all. So I hope we pray for him to continue fighting once and for all, so that Ghana will be a safe place. Other than that, one day we know of a country called Ghana. The Ghana is belong to all of us. So let's pray hands and if we are going to contribute something to let us fight this Galamsey once and for all. Let us do it. So our life will be safe. Kicking and those things that we are seeing at the hospital, we'll never see it again.
We should do Ibima for Galamsey.
Let me extend my greeting to the Deputy CEO for Forestry Commission, and then my Honorable Haruna Dresu, good morning, and then my Central MP, Honorable Professor Adluman Macedo, good morning.
They have heard you, sir. Yeah, you too. Have a nice day. We should do Ibima for Galamsey. I pledge 100 CDs. Dami, how much do you pledge?
Oh,
Thank you all for your calls.
What you do me, you don't try.
I'll be reading some of your messages later.
I
Charlie, what you are doing to the environment? You are not trying, no.
Waiting for your text, so I know
But let me tell you, someone is trying, and that is Compu Ghana. They have the big Easter sales coming up, and you need to take advantage of the big Easter sales from Compu Ghana. It's from now to the 12th of this month. You buy any product from world-class brands like Samsung, LG, TCL, not TLC, TCL, HP, Lenovo, Tecno, Infinix, Itel, Huawei, and you enjoy up to 40% off. So this Easter, Compu Ghana is giving you more than big discounts. You can buy products worth 1,000 Ghana cedis and above, and you instantly enter the Easter reward raffle draw, and you can win amazing prizes. 98-inch smart TV, laptops, mobile phones, other prices, all from Compu Ghana. So visit any of their showrooms today, or go to CompuGhana.com to shop online. Experience this Easter season the Compu Ghana way. Call 0307752020, WhatsApp 0243143143 for inquiries. And remember that this promo is in partnership with the NLA under the Caritas Lottery platform. And the second quarter of the year has begun. If your first quarter didn't go well, if your targets were not met, why not partner APSA? Get the APSA target save and plan towards your specific goals for this quarter and the rest of the year. You earn interest on your savings, you get insurance cover to help protect what you are working towards. If it's a wedding, if it's that long awaited trip, if it's that car, your master's, is that shop you want to open, whatever the goal, APSA is ready to help make it happen. So open an APSA target save account today. Your story matters, APSA. Later this morning, we are talking about autism here on the show. We'll have a senior clinical health psychologist from the 37 Military Hospital, and also the Deputy Military Secretary General at the headquarters, Armed Forces, and Project Committee member on the development of the Autism Center of the Ghana Armed Forces to talk to us about autism. So we are getting a Mary Mama in the studio this morning. I'll be saluting the soldiers. But this is a conversation you don't want to miss. The military is onto something big when it comes to autism, and it's something that is going to benefit all of us. But what if your family could access healthcare without worrying about immediate payments? Yes, the Bank Hospital is making it possible with the introduction of the Family Health Wallet, which is a dedicated healthcare account that allows families to set aside funds to deal with emergencies and healthcare for all your medical needs. That is the wallet you need, the Family Health Wallet. With this wallet, you can access services such as consultations, emergency care, investigations, pharmacy services, using your reserved healthcare funds. So you open a Family Health Wallet with an initial deposit of 20,000 Ghana cedis, enjoy 5% off hospital services, plus complimentary EI and ENT screenings on your first visit. The Family Health Wallet is now available all year round at the Bank Hospital, so call them on 053 100 8227 for more information. Music from Black Sheriff, the Konongo Man. Yes, oh paradise. Oh paradise. Are you ready to go to paradise? Are you ready to get closer to your maker? The Good Friday Miracle Service is coming. It's being organized by the Lighthouse. Yes, Evangelist Doug Heward Mills is calling on all of us to meet him at the iconic Independence Square on Friday, Good Friday, which is this coming Friday at 3 p.m. for salvation, healing, miracles. They are all breaking forth at the Good Friday Miracle Service organized by Lighthouse. It's going to be an encounter to remember. Jesus still saves, he still heals, and he still works miracles, and you are next in line. Now, the Good Friday Miracle Service with Evangelist Doug Heward Mills this Friday at 3 p.m. at the Independence Square. See you there. We have your messages in the studio. WhatsApp line is 05511119997. I'll be reading them, I promise. But let me tell you about the China Europe International Business School. They are offering you world-class executive education. I know some big people who went to the China Europe International Business School, and they are bigger. They are bigger, Charlie. It's global MBA in Shanghai, taught across 12 countries with unmatched global exposure. It ranks number 2 globally by Financial Times, and it has remained in the top 2 for 8 consecutive years. Now, the full-time MBA is also in Shanghai. It shapes future-ready professionals and is ranked number 1 in Asia for 10 consecutive years and number 8 globally. In Ghana, the Advanced Management Program equips senior executives with strategic leadership capabilities, while the Owner-Director Program empowers family business leaders, directors to scale sustainably. There's also the Women Entrepreneurship and Leadership for Africa program run across Ghana and Nigeria, supporting female leaders and aspiring entrepreneurs to build strong structures and systems for business growth and scale. So join SEEPS today to gain global insight, practical skills, and a powerful alumni network to accelerate your impact. For registration and inquiries, you call 0544 315 238 or you visit seeps.edu/Africa. That is CEIBS.edu/Africa. Electroland is making Easter better and perfect, and they are saying come and shop and make Easter special with unbeatable offers, massive discounts, and exciting free gifts. Upgrade your home entertainment, stay cool all day with powerful air conditioners, and cooking for family, do it in style with the 4 to 6 burner gas cookers, complete with grill and oven from Electroland. And after the feast, let Electroland handle the laundry with top front load washing machines that make life easy. So don't wait, visit any Electroland showroom today or shop online at electrolandgh.com. Call 0503159739. That is 0503159739 for more information. Electroland Ghana, the home of luxury, affordable electronics. Quick break. When I return, I'll be talking to some officers of the Ghana Armed Forces in the studio about their Autism project. I'll read more of your messages also here on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us.
Since inception, almost 100% of Ashesi University students have found jobs, started businesses, or gone on to graduate school within 6 months of graduation. From Accra to Nairobi, London to New York, Ashesi graduates are noticed and are leading successful careers. If you dream of a rewarding life and career, an Ashesi education prepares you just for that. Learn more about applying to Ashesi at ashesi.edu.gh. Remember, admission is ongoing.
In Ghana, planning ahead is something we grew up with. It's in the small things. Filling your barrels and buckets just in case the taps don't flow tomorrow. Parents buying school shoes 2 or 3 sizes too big so you can grow into them. Or wrapping your books carefully so that they can be passed down to the next child. It's how we've always looked out for the future. Quietly, thoughtfully, every day.
For 20 years, we've understood what Ghanaians have always known. Planning today secures tomorrow. It's the reason we provided life insurance solutions for every aspect of your future. Star Life didn't introduce planning ahead, we only made it better. Why? Because it's who you've always been. Star Life, your solid partner for life.
We are Star Life, your solid partner for life.
The big Easter sales is happening now at CompuGhana, and it's bigger and better. From now till 12 April, shop any product from well-top brands like Samsung, LG, TCL, HP, Lenovo, Tecno, Infinix, Itel, Huawei, and many more, and enjoy up to 40% off. This Easter, CompuGhana is giving you more than big discounts. Shop any products worth 1,000 Ghana cedis and above, and instantly enter the Easter reward raffle draw to win amazing prizes like a 98-inch smart TV, laptop, mobile phone, and other prices. Enjoy massive savings on TVs, smartphones, laptops, and home appliances across all CompuGhana branches nationwide. Visit any CompuGhana showroom today or shop online at www.compughana.com. Experience this Easter season the CompuGhana way. Call us on 0302-752020 or WhatsApp 0243-143-143 for inquiries. This promo is in partnership with NLA under the Caritas platform.
The journey to the World Cup 2026 has begun. Over 200 people have already secured their 2026 World Cup experience with Adansi Travels. Visa appointments are being secured. Match ticket processes are underway. The question is simple. Will you be watching from your living room or inside the stadium. From 1 match to 2 to 3 unforgettable moments. Here is your moment to be part of history. Because when the world gathers in USA and Canada, you don't want to say, I almost went. Call Adansi Travels now on 059 550 0817 or 053 100 8550. Joy is here. Choose yours now.
When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the Pro-Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation. With special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The Pro-Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026 at the Kwo Convention Center in Praeso Hills. Go to www.kwobusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. Kwo Business Forum. Connect, promote, grow.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Welcome back. This is still the Super Morning Show. It's 9:28 a.m. And welcome back. This is still the Super Morning Show. It's 9:28 a.m. My name is Kojo Akoto Boateng. And as I said earlier, it's time to talk about autism. And the Ghana Armed Forces is onto something big when it comes to autism. You know, when soldiers decide to do anything, they go all out and they do it perfectly. And I'm happy that this morning I have Anita Paddy in the studio. She's a senior clinical health psychologist at the 37 Military Hospital, which in itself is a UN level 4 medical facility, proper medical facility. And we have Naval Captain Ebenezer Kwame Irenchi. He's a Deputy Military Secretary General, Headquarters, Armed Forces, and Project Committee member on the development of the Autism Center. And my name is disappointed Sapa Kojo Akoto Boateng. If I had gone to the military, I would have been with 48 engineers with the engineering wing. Naval Captain, good morning, welcome. And
good
Anita,
morning.
good morning, welcome to the Super Morning Show.
Good morning.
So, we are talking about autism. The military has gone into working in this particular space. But before we even talk about what the military is doing, Anita, what is autism and what does it mean when we say an individual is on the spectrum?
Okay, autism is one of the neurodevelopmental disorders. And specifically, it is characterized by challenges with social interaction and communication and repetitive behaviors, and also struggling to navigate what we term the real world or like the general life. And when you say someone is on the spectrum, it means that there are varying degrees of what the person is suffering from. We have signs and symptoms. So on the spectrum, it may possibly be the individual as in a mild or exhibiting mild symptom signs, up to an extremely severe symptoms or signs where it's somehow difficult to bring children on the spectrum out. But it doesn't mean that if you are on the autism spectrum, you are incapable, you can't do anything. No, it doesn't mean so.
I know that some of the smartest people, some of the greatest inventors have been on the spectrum.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, but what are some of the causes of autism?
Well, there is no cause. We won't say there is a single cause. We would say there are risk factors. And some of these risk factors, one is mother's mental health during pregnancy. Their age whether you get pregnant too early or quite late, and some genetic mutations here and there. That one we don't see with our eyes, but they are biological and they go on within us. Your stress levels during pregnancy, what you are able to do in terms of your health as a mother, especially in the first trimester of pregnancy, they are all risk factors that lead us to giving birth to children on the spectrum.
If I'm a parent or caregiver, what are some of the signs and symptoms, some of the things that would let me know that my child is on the spectrum, some of the things to look out for?
At every developmental stage, there are certain things we expect children to be able to do. One of the things is the ability to play or like give feedback when you are playing with them. In terms of eye contact, children on the spectrum, they hardly keep contact when you are talking to them. When it comes to speech, it's either there is a late development of speech or early development of speech, and then it regresses. It doesn't come again. They are very skewed to playing with themselves. They are not really comfortable with interacting with other people. So we know that as a child, they see other children and they want to get close. But children on the spectrum is something that's quite a challenge for them. Some are able to do it, but it's not sustained. So they just get in there and immediately they want to be by themselves. They are so glued, very sensorial, and we say very sensorial, whether it's noise, hearing, they just hear a little noise or sound and they are blocking their ears.
Light as well?
Lights, yes, so visual. So when it comes to bright things, they are very there's a constant with watching bright things, so bright colors, yellow, red, they stimulate them. They are very interested in that. And also, yes, their engagement, they tend to do one particular thing over a long period of time until they are tired, they never change. So you see that repetitive behaviors, a particular thing, they will do over and over and over. You speak to them, you are calling out their names. It's not like they have a blocked ear or something, but they just can't respond to their names.
Yeah. Wow. Anita Paddy is a senior clinical health psychologist at the 37 Military Hospital. She's in the studio with Naval Captain Ebenezer Kwame Yirinchi, Deputy Military Secretary, General Headquarters of the Ghana Armed Forces. He's also on the project for the development of the Autism Center for the Ghana Armed Forces, and he's also here. So, Naval Captain, Ghana Armed Forces, you have a lot of things to be doing. Why autism?
Thank you very much for the question, and let me use this opportunity to say good morning to your listeners for having us here to talk about autism. Now, going straight to your question, why are we leaving our core business and coming to
like by now
talk
we should be
about
seeing some
autism?
missiles flying.
Yes, what I would say is that Ghana Armed Forces is people-centered armed forces. And aside from that, studies within the armed forces itself indicated that there are a lot of personnel who have children living with autism. And for us to be able to do our work as an armed forces and do it efficiently, we need everybody, all of our personnel on board. But because of the conditions that they face at home, having children living with autism, it's affected their operational efficiency. And if you look at our mainstream educational system, there are no provisions for children living with autism.
Yeah.
So the chief of the defense staff decided that for us to have an inclusive educational system, let's develop an autism center for the armed forces. This, we believe, will take the pressure off our personnel for them to have free mind to be able to do their military work and do it effectively. That's why the decision was taken.
So what gaps is this center going to fill for the armed forces?
Thank you very much.
What gaps are you going to fill with this?
Yes, so as I mentioned earlier, if you look at the mainstream educational system, there are no autism-tailored structures for them. So for this project, it's actually going to be a state-of-the-art project where we are going to have classrooms for everyone on the spectrum, right from KG to the SHS level.
Wow.
Our studies have shown that we needed about 3 classrooms for each stream. So we are going to have about 42 classrooms in that particular building. We are also going to have sensory rooms, as Anita mentioned. These are specialized rooms, and children on the autism spectrum really need tailored educational system or educational plan, individualized one. So those are the facilities we are going to provide. Sensory rooms with well-equipped systems. We are also going to have autism-friendly playgrounds, not just for the children, but we are also going to have a center where parents will be counseled to give support to parents. At the same time, also train caregivers for other centers across the country. To add up to what I've said, if you look at even the few centers around, these are mainly NGO-based and privately owned, which comes at a huge cost even to our personnel. So the decision was taken to have an established center.
From what you are saying, when you finish building this, have you finished building this, or you are yet to build?
We are yet to build. So even in our interaction here, we will use it to solicit support for the project.
When you finish building this, I think it's going to be a National Autism Center of Excellence, because I'm listening to you and I'm picturing the scale of this project, and it may end up being the National Autism Center of Excellence. So when are you going to start the construction?
To really add up, it has already taken that 10.
Okay.
Because when we started the project, the focus was on the armed forces. And as we opened up to philanthropist organization for support, it has really taken a national 10. So tomorrow being 2nd
of
April, we are going to launch the World Autism Awareness Day, and we will use that opportunity to also launch the project for the armed forces.
You mentioned support, so if I want to support, how do I support?
Very good. We have a bank account. We also have a short code for all the network, that if anyone is interested or anyone wishes to support the project, can actually make donations into those
What is the short code?
The short code for all network is *753*10#. Let me repeat. *753*10#. All the networks.
I've dialed it. Welcome to the Ghana Armed Forces Special Needs Children Charity Fund. Select an option. 1, donate. 2, contact support. So I'm going to go through and donate.
Thank you very much.
If anybody wants to contact you beyond this interview and beyond the launch, how do they contact the Secretariat handling this to offer more support and also even to get help if required?
Great. The point of contact for this project is General Comey. And before we knock off from the interview, we'll put his number out there for our listeners. In case anyone need to contact or need further clarification regarding the project, can easily reach out to him and will provide.
We will have General Comey's number at the front desk. So if you want to get in touch, you can call the Joy FM front desk and we'll share the number with you. Naval Captain, it's been great having you this morning. Anita, it's been great having you as well. I think the Ghana Armed Forces is on to something great, and you have our full support.
Thank you very
100%.
much.
You have our full support, and we hope and pray this is built to solve problems for a lot of families and for Ghanaians as well. Thank you so much. So tomorrow the event is happening at 11 a.m. Bema Camp. You can go there and be a part of the launch and also learn more about the event. Any final words, Captain?
Thank you. My final words. What I'll say is that most of us are having challenges at home regarding autism, including even our teachers in the mainstream educational system. These are children who need specialized care. At times they are even punished, not because they are not good students, but because of the conditions that they face. So we have taken it upon ourselves to create awareness that autism is not a disability, a condition that can be managed, and children who are affected by autism are capable of reaching the very, high pedestal when it comes to social activities and social integration. So let's give them all the necessary support that they need. And I'm sure one day we'll have a testimony here that, yes, I was on the spectrum, but I'm now the president of the country. Thank you very much.
Or the CDS of the Ghana
Armed Forces.
Great one. Thank you so much, Naval Captain Ebenezer Kwame-Irenchi from the Ghana Armed Forces and Anita Paddy from the 37 Military Hospital. Let's support the Armed Forces to build this. We'll go for a quick break. When we return, we have more for you on the Super Morning Show.
In partnership with Joy FM and the National Theatre, Roverman Productions presents an uncallable classic, I Do, I Don't.
Hey, Abna, today you will show me who is not a lady. Or I will slap you.
Abna, let her slap you.
Please put the gun away.
Listen, the day any of you lays a finger on my daughter, that day will be your last on this earth. If you are now learning to smoke weed, I am trying to quit the habit.
Shows on March 27th, 28th, and 29th, and April 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th at the National Theatre. Fridays at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., Sundays at 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m., and on Easter Monday at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Rates 300 Ghana cedis, 500 Ghana cedis for couples, and 225 Ghana cedis for holders of the loyalty card. Tickets are available via the Rover app. Call by short code *365*535# and at Joy FM, Airport Shell, Community 11 Shell, Dan Somon Shell, Bachona Total. Call 050-554-6010. Partners, Corba, Stanbic Bank, Waka Now, and M Notify. Roverman Production. Be the difference.
Easter is here and Electroland says come and shop. This Easter, make it special. Electroland is bringing you unbeatable offers, unbelievable discounts and exciting free gifts. Feel the rhythm with Samsung, TCL and Media Home Theaters. Enjoy your favorite Easter movies on LED smart TVs. You can stay cool all day with our powerful air conditioners. Want a bedside fridge for your chilled drinks? We've got you. Prepare your Easter meals on a 4 to 6 burner gas cooker with grill and oven. And make laundry easy with top or front load washing machines. Visit our showrooms or go to www.electrolandga.com. Call 050-315-9739. Electroland, home of luxury affordable electronics.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kale Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white when it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kale Charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kale Charcoal toothpaste. Kale Charcoal toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kale, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Since inception, almost 100% of Ashesi University students have found jobs, started businesses, or gone on to graduate school within 6 months of graduation. From Accra to Nairobi, London to New York, Ashesi graduates are noticed and are leading successful careers. If you dream of a rewarding life and career, an Ashesi education prepares you just for that. Learn more about applying to Ashesi at ashesi.edu.gh. Remember, admission is ongoing.
You won't believe where my students and I are coming from.
I can see the excitement on your face. Tell me where.
Safari Eco Park. They are making it so accessible for schools, offering an unforgettable experience where students learn in nature, connect with wildlife, and truly engage with their surroundings.
Wow, that sounds amazing. But I'm a bit concerned about the cost.
I thought the same at first, but it's actually very affordable. Through a collaboration between Multimedia Group and Safari World, it is just 100 Ghana cedis for primary schools and secondary schools. and 150 Ghana cedis for tertiary schools. This is from February all the way to the end of April.
Oh, that's reassuring. And it's not too far either.
Exactly. It's only an hour drive from Accra, so the trip is convenient and stress-free for both teachers and students.
I love that the children get to learn through experience, not just textbooks. And the teachers can go along and come back relaxed as well. I'm definitely going to recommend this to our school. It sounds like the perfect blend of fun and education.
It really is. It's the kind of experience students never forget.
I say 4th of April or Easter special with Kofi Kinata. When we location plus 233 as usual. I say we make sure they have fun. You know how we do it. Move.
Date Saturday 4th April 2026. The venue +233 Jazz Bar and Grill. Time is 8 p.m. prompt. Rates premium goes for 1,500 Ghana cedis and regular goes for 1,000 Ghana cedis. Seats are limited, so call 0233 233 233 to grab your ticket now. Easter special with Kofi Kinata. Don't miss this.
Easter is here and Electroland says come and shop. This Easter, make it special. Electroland is bringing you unbeatable offers, unbelievable discounts and exciting free gifts. Feel the rhythm with Samsung, TCL and Media Home Theaters. Enjoy your favorite Easter movies on LED smart TVs. You can stay cool all day with our powerful air conditioners. Want a bedside fridge for your chilled drinks? We've got you. Prepare your Easter meals on a 4 to 6 burner gas cooker with grill and oven. And make laundry easy with top or front load washing machines. Visit our showrooms or go to www.electrolandg8.com. Call 050-315-9739. Electroland, home of luxury affordable electronics.
Every mosquito started run away. Oh, come on, tonton preko. Sasso, me se come tonton preko. Oh, come on, tonton preko. Sasso, come tonton preko. Nani sham ne die, demo stronko.
This advert is FDA approved.
Africa rising.
Accra, brace yourself. Africa's strongest arm wrestlers and the most powerful pullers are coming into town for the 2026 Africa Arm Wrestling Championships. It's 2 explosive days of strength, pride, and continental supremacy as elite athletes from across Africa converge to grip up, lock in, and go to war on the table for the title of Africa's strongest. From Madagascar to South Africa, Kenya to Cameroon, Benin to Egypt, Nigeria to Ghana, champions will bring their best top rolls, hook battles, side pressure, and lightning fast pains in an arm wrestling showdown that will shake Africa. Date 1st and 2nd May 2026. Venue Boteman Sports Complex. Come experience the power, passion, emotions, roar, chants as Africa pulls for glory and slam for the pain. The 2026 Africa Arm Wrestling Championship. Africa is coming. Accra is ready. Contact 0244 280802 for sponsorship and information.
Africa, strong and free. From Cape to Cairo, we all agree. Yeah. When I did knock on your door, or don't be me why I don't wanna wait in vain. Now my promise for sure I can't treat you right. Wash away the pain, yeah. It be my duty, let me show ya. Once again I'm back to know ya. I be responsible, oh yeah. So make it possible. All the tears I'll be alright. I go kiss them all, I know the light. Yeah. It's alright, it's alright. We gon' be alright, be alright. It's alright.
Music from R2Bs. It's alright. It's alright. It will be alright. It will be alright. This music message says, "Good morning. Please announce this to those in charge of roads. The West Hill Small Towers Old Barrier on the Kaswa Malam Road is filled with sand washed onto the road by last weekend's rain, rendering the road a single lane and causing serious traffic. Whose duty is it to clear the sand so vehicles can move freely? Let them know so that they fix it for us." Okay, so that's a message there. And okay, you know what? I'll read the rest of your messages. Okay, let me read this one. This message says, "My brothers, I remember some years ago, I spoke with a military captain who was in charge of a task force operating in the forest. He said what was most heartbreaking was that after going through all the risks to arrest these illegal operators and handing them over to the police, within 3 days or sometimes the next day, you'd return to the same site and find all the arrested persons back at work. We need to do better." This message says, "Hi Kojo, I also want to join the complaint that came from OEB. There is this chief who is illegally selling portions of many of the roads and linking streets at the gravel pit as well as the west of the Legon Club village at OEB. Please tell the Pone Katamanso Assembly to come to our aid." But if you need fuel, make the smart stop at Star Oil, Ghana's largest oil marketing company. With over 240 stations nationwide, they give you high quality fuel, great service and real value. And this is why many Ghanaians are switching to Star Oil. And the Star card, you can enjoy safe cashless fueling and easy expense tracking. So wherever you go, choose Star Oil for your quality and affordable fuels. And look, if you see any fuel vehicle involved in a crash, that is not where to buy or steal fuel. Okay, that is also not where you have to be a spectator. Don't bring out your phone to take photos or videos. Just call the Ghana National Fire Service or the Ghana Police Service to handle the scene. They are trained to handle scenes like that. Or you reach the National Petroleum Authority's contact center on 0302 550380. Your life is worth more than that gallon of fuel you will steal, okay? And this Save a Life campaign is from the NPA. And look, if you want a great place to chill, do business, enjoy luxury, and have a great time, I recommend the Pediasi Springfield Lodge to you. It's opposite the Pediasi Presidential Lodge. If you want to treat yourself to an exquisite Ghanaian Sunday buffet, it's served from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. for only 200 Ghana cedis. You go to the Pediasi Springfield Lodge. It's nestled within the breathtaking landscape of Pediasi on the Brie Mountains, and it's one of Ghana's most exclusive luxury escapes. So if you want executive conference facilities, if you want to host your international partners, if you want to reward yourself with an extraordinary stay, that is the place to go. Go hungry, leave delighted, and you can reserve your table and reserve your rooms by calling Akosia on 054-330-2768 to make your booking. And I'm still reminding you, Electroland is making Easter a proper season, proper Easter. Go to Electroland. Okay, I want to go and buy a 4 to 6 burner gas cooker for my colleague Adobia, who is coming to present the news at 10, so that she can prepare omoto, ampesi, banku, everything at the same time. You can do the same for yourself. And if you need washing machines that really do the work, Electroland is the place to go. They are giving you unbeatable offers, massive discounts, and exciting free gifts this Easter. So visit any Electroland showroom today or shop online at electrolandgh.com. Call 050-315-9739 for more. Electroland, home of luxury, affordable electronics. KingdomStoreOnline.com is the place to go to buy all your office furniture at affordable prices. You don't need to physically go to any Kingdom store. You just go to Kingdom Store Online. You buy all you need. You can pay with Momo. There is free delivery within Accra and Tema. And if you are not in Accra and Tema, wherever you are as well, they can arrange delivery to your homes and offices within a reasonable time. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is their hallmark. And if you are heading to Koru this Easter, MTN is right there with you. Everything you need, just go to any of the MTN customer experience tents in Oboming, in Praeso, in Kwetia, Abetifi. The MTN customer service experience team will be there to sort you out for your eSIMs, everything. No stress, no waiting. You just go, you scan, you activate, and you're connected. So while everyone else is settling in for Easter, MTN will get you ready and you'll be catching vibes and living your best life in Kowu. Find them at the Kowu Easter festivities at the MTN signature yellow branded MTN tents. Okay, they'll be waiting for you. And the Kowu Business Summit is also coming up from the 3rd of this month. So if you are going to Kowu, that's one place you also need to be. My name is Kojo Boateng. We are wrapping up here on the Super Morning Show. But before we go, we have something big coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow is 2nd of April 2026 from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. We bring you a Joy News thought leadership discussion on Ghana's emergency care crisis. Ghana's emergency care crisis is happening from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Joy News Studios live on Joy News, Joy FM affiliate stations and all social media platforms. We are talking about the no bed syndrome, and this thought leadership session will examine the growing pressure on Ghana's health system as the directive not to turn patients away exposes a deeper crisis of overcrowding, limited capacity and a strain on frontline health workers. We have Kwame Saponasiedu as one of the speakers. Dr. Joseph Boni is also one of the speakers. Dr. Winfred Kolete is the CEO of HEFRA. He's also one of the speakers, and it's happening from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Joy News Studios live on Joy News, Joy FM affiliate stations and all social media platforms. So tomorrow, don't miss this conversation on our platforms. Obete, time up. We gotta go. Yes, time up. We have to go. This has been the Super Morning Show. My name is Kojo Akoto Boateng. Thank you for your calls, your messages. Thank you to our guests who also answered our phone calls as well and shared their ideas and their thoughts with us on the show. We meet again tomorrow, same time, on Joy 99.7 FM. Adobia is coming up next with the news at 10. The queen of the airwaves will also follow Adobia with Cosmopolitan Mix. There's a lot more in store for you on Joy FM today. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.